This is without a doubt my most anticipated upcoming automation game. This is Main Sequence, and it is a factory builder that is set in space. We start with not very much. This is our spaceship. We have got a reactor up here, which is providing us power. We've got some very, very basic machines here. We've got a assembler and a refinery, which we're going to be using to process resources. And that's really it. We do, of course, have the ability to pilot this ship, which is pretty darned cool. And from here, we're going to be able to mine a whole bunch of resources out of these asteroids and hopefully refine them into some useful components. So, what have we got around us? Well, we can activate a scanner, which is going to allow us to identify exactly which asteroids contain which resources. I guess we'll start with the titanium ore asteroid. We'll head on over to that. We'll go into, like, fast mode or whatever, which is grand. And then when we're, roughly within about 500 meters, we can start activating the plasma cannon, which is going to start spewing out a whole bunch of... There we go, slow down a little bit there. Start spewing out a whole bunch of titanium ore, and then when we are close enough, we can suck all of these in with a big old tractor beam, and suddenly we got ourselves a whole bunch of titanium to play around with. Nice. Okay, let's suck that all in, and then I'm immediately gonna head on up here and back to the refiner, because if we now have a look, hey, what have we got in the ship inventory? In addition to this stuff that was here before, we've also got a bunch of titanium ore, and with that, we're gonna be able to make ourselves some titanium plates. Very, very nice indeed. This is going to take a long time. That's okay. This is this is how things operate at the start. We're about to get more automated in the future. Speaking of automation, if you enjoy automation games, absolutely consider subscribing to the YouTube channel if you haven't already. YouTube tells me that 70-something% of you have not subscribed, so if you enjoy games like this and a whole bunch of other automation management titles, then, yeah, get subscribed. You will not regret it. Okay, I think that's enough titanium for now. That is feeling pretty darn good. What other resources do we have to play around with? We've got nickel, we've got water ice, and we've got silica. Well, let's start with nickel, I think. Sure, what have we got? 1.4, 1.4, 700 meters all the way over here. Let's jump to this area, and then... Boom, 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 boom. Start the plasma cannon off nice and early. Start shooting so that we can make a little bit of headway over here. Beautiful. And then we'll slow right on down. Yeah, we have got a whole bunch of fuel at the moment. You can see 7.9 gigajoules, I guess. We are going to be able to make ourselves some more fuel rods. We will need to get some... I think it's water that we need to get some water through ice. So, you know what? We'll collect a little bit of nickel there. And then we'll go and see if we can try and get some... water ice. Where's that? 600 meters over yonder? Is there anything closer? I don't think there's anything. That kind of looks closer. I mean, sure. Well, fine. We'll go to... It's so small, though. That's such a small little ice asteroid that we're absolutely going to be able to destroy in very, very quick succession there. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. We're happy with that. So, what do we need to do? What do we need to do? Because we're kind of just flying around here collecting resources, which is fun, which is nice. However, what we really want to be doing is setting up an automated base of operations. To do that, we're going to nab this, a starter station. We're going to need a whole bunch of hull plates and a couple of light frames. The reason that I have been building all of this stuff back here is because in order to build light frames and hull plates, we are going to need a whole bunch of titanium plates, which I am still making. Also, there we go, hydrogen fuel from water ice. Amazing. So, let's start... How many did I need? I can't even remember how many I needed. Let's go back into here. We need 10 and 20. So, we're actually, like, very, very close to... We're very close to having that. What we get? 10 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... That's pretty darned good. Now, what we're really looking for, right? So what is this big asteroid over here? Because what we want is we want to situate this station for reasons which will become clear in just a bit. What about you? Yeah, I'm gonna just try and go a little bit closer to this asteroid to see what it is that we have here. This is an absolutely ginormous universe, which is lovely. Maybe it's silica? I don't know. Let's see. Maybe it's nothing. Maybe I'm not able to mine this. Okay. Yeah, that's a bit disappointing. Okay, well, no matter. No matter at all. That's fine. What about you over there? That looks quite big. What about you over here? Also nothing. We need to find a big titanium asteroid. That's basically it. And we need to try and find... Oh, that's a good one. You see that one? 45,000, 43,000, 1.9 kilometers away? Sure. We'll go into a little bit of hyperdrive to get across there. I think this is going to be a pretty ideal place to locate our base, because basically what we're going to want to try and do is we're going to want to try and automate the resource collection of titanium, which is pretty good. Also, we got a map system. Yeah, we got a map system that shows us all of these asteroids. If I zoom in far enough, yeah, you can see that there are some enemies here, which I didn't really account for. It's okay, though. I think we can destroy you. I hope we can destroy you. Alert, 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 alert. I'm just gonna keep... You know what? Screw it. There we go. And I'm just gonna double down and hopefully get you destroyed as well before I end up going down. I don't know. Do I have... I've got enough health. I've got 53 out of... What is that? 75? If we go back to the map... Doesn't look like there's any enemies, but that is a big titanium asteroid, a big nickel asteroid as well, and then another titanium asteroid. So we're going to add these all as markers, because I think that's going to be perfect. And then from there, all we need to do... Ooh, a relic shard. That's something that I'm going to want to yoink. I destroyed another one, didn't I? There might be another relic shard around here somewhere. Whatever the case. So... How do I want to orient myself? Where do I want to put my first station? I think here. I think here is good. Right, let's chill out in this orientation. I think that's perfect. Let's go into build. Let's build this, and let's build you right about there. Fantastic. All right, so now we've got ourselves... Now we have got ourselves a space station. We can hold F to dock, which is great. I can stop piloting. We can now, there we go, get out and start wandering around our very own space station. How cool is that? How cool is that? Okay, so this is where we're going to be building a factory. There's not a huge amount of stuff that we can do at the present moment, but we can jump into here, and as you can see, there's a station design interface. Oh, yeah. I mean, there's a reason that this... I mean, we can get multiple ships docking here. This is the command module that we've got, which we're currently standing in, but we can also just expand the station sort of like out. I mean, there is a reason that this is my absolute favorite factory builder. It's so darn good. Okay, what else can we do? We can build some machines in here. Absolutely, we're going to be doing that. A reactor, a refinery, assembler, a materials science lab, and a container. So we don't have the opportunity to automatically do any harvesting at the present moment, but what I think we want to try and do is simple, right? Like, at the moment, we are still making a whole bunch of plates here, which is great. Oh, there's my relic shard. Nice. So, cool. What I would like, let's build... I don't know, 10 of those, whole bunch of additional plates. Yep, that seems fine to me. Magnetic coils as well. How do I get magnetic coils? It seems like we're going to need these things. That's fine. Let's maybe cut back on that and start making a few of these, just because I know that I'm going to need, yeah, some magnetic coils. We just need way more production capacity. I just do not have very much at the moment at all, which is not good. Not good. We need more. This machine needs to be operating 24/7 as far as I'm concerned. Okay, we also need to take some stuff into our own inventory so that we can, there we go, start to operate it and build with it. And we're still getting through all of that stuff. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so if I was to get the refinery, first... Yeah, I mean, we're going to need to get a reactor, right? The reactor is absolutely required because it's the only building that we currently have access to that will allow us to, you know, power our operations. Let's cancel that out. So we're going to need to get one reactor, that's 10 magnetic coils, and then we're going to want to get a refinery, which is 5 magnetic coils, which I think is fine. Machine used to automate refining of raw resources into crafting materials. Perfection. So let's get all of these goods ready to rock and roll, and then let's move out to the space station. Right, I think that's everything that we need. We might need to come back for a few more bits and bobs, but I've also got the raw materials here as well, so we can try and we can try and experiment. Okay, big building, reactor, that's exactly what we would expect. Let's get this built right on in here. I don't actually have any fuel. Don't have any fuel. Probably should have gotten some fuel. Let's go and real quick do... There we go. That's, yeah, 1, 2, 3. We only need like a couple of things of fuel. And then, no, I don't want to be doing it. I don't want to be doing any processing here. You know what? Let's leave all of the fuel to get processed in this area, and then we'll take all of the raw resources. Yeah, the raw resources with us. Okay, we've got 1 fuel canister at the moment. I think that's going to be good enough for what we require. Let's go and get this in here. Boom. What do you know? We have got fuel. We have no power consumers at the present moment, exactly as I would expect. Okay. Next thing that we need to get down is a refinery. This all is going to be very, very temporary. There's obviously like a whole bunch of slots for belts. We don't even have belts yet. We don't even have any decorations. We've literally got the very, very basics. Material Science Lab, absolutely we're going to get that. But for now, let's see if we can try and get this refinery to do titanium plates. Yeah, I think that's a great idea. So that's going to give me 20 per minute. That's not bad. That's not bad. Definitely feels better than nothing. How long is this power going to last? I feel like it's going to last not very long at all. Not very long at all. Almost certainly, because if we get 48 megajoules per second and we're only using 4.5, that feels like a horrifically inefficient system. So therefore, we're going to need to change that. That is a-okay. Besides, we're building more power anyway, so that's fine. Right, if I wanted to get some more refineries, I would get some more magnetic coils, which is great. There we go. More magnetic coils. We'll try and get a few more of these. An assembler, in order to make, you know, complicated items. I say complicated items, not really complicated items. They're very basic items, but stuff like the hull plate, stuff like the lightweight frame, stuff like the magnetic coils, etc. We're going to need to get an assembler at some point. That point is not now. We do not need it. We do not need it at the present moment, so no big deal there. Yoink you. That's great. Titanium plates, take all of that. Take all of that, and back to a bit of producing that. Back to producing that. Fine. Nope. Actually, yeah, we'll do 100 there. That's okay. That is grand. What I really want is a material science lab. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna get. That's gonna allow me to do a little bit of research, which I am very, very interested in doing. Let's leave all of that just chilling over there for now. Let's come back in here. Let's see if we can try and get one more of these bad boys. Now, you are going to do this, and I'm going to get this all set up like so, and then we're going to throw this into there, and you are going to start to drop down very, very quickly. Oh, I need one more lightweight frame. Come on. One lightweight frame. Literally a singular lightweight frame. We'll start making, I don't know, a couple maybe? Yeah, just so that we've got enough of a backlog. Enough of a backlog of the basic resources. I feel like fuel is probably going to be the biggest problem that we come across, but hey, that's a problem for a future potato. Science lab. Way hey hey. We've not even looked at the research tech tree yet, but here it is. Here it is in all its glory. It is pretty large. A relic capacitor. Interesting. Okay. There is a bit of lore, by the way. The lore is that we need to make the universe resettable for humans, as I understand, so that's kind of cool. Let's get you in here. So research items are hull plates, and I think that's like servo motors. So do I need to put hull plates into here? I sure do. Okay, 11 hull plates, research item, 1 science material. I don't think anything else is a science material. Yeah, so sure. Anyway, we'll just throw all of that in there, and that's going to allow us to make some progress on logistics, which I think is El Grando. This is looking really nice as is. Obviously, it's not much of an automated setup at the moment when we don't even have any automation at all. But that's okay. That will absolutely change. I think, you know what? I think I could do with an assembler. I think I could do with an assembler for hull plates. In fact, I could do with an assembler for both. We'll get a few of those as well. Nice. In fact, I could probably just do with an assembler for every single resource that we've got. Oh, we've also got containers. That's literally just built with titanium plates. So that's nice and easy. That's nice and easy. That's not something that we really need to worry about too much. Let's get all of these in there. And then what was it? Capacitors? Yeah, we'll grab some capacitors as well. What are these made from? They're made from nickel plates and titanium plates? Okay, sure. Let's make 10 of them. Okay, we've just finished logistics, and I believe I've just finished making a whole bunch of this stuff. A repair kit. Don't need a repair kit. I've not not had any crashes yet. Although I did take a little bit of damage from those bad guys, which you know what? I don't want to talk about. I don't want to talk about. I don't want to deal with it. Okay, what do we got? We got some conveyors here. Conveyors are made from titanium plates and nickel plates. That's super easy for us to deal with. Very, very nice. Do you know what? We're a little bit cramped for space here, aren't we? I think we are. I think we are. I think it's time that we edit our space station. So we can expand, and specifically we want to expand out in this direction. It's going to require some more hull plates in order to do that. So, yeah, I said that we were cramped for space, but honestly, we can squeeze this in here because I don't really want to deal with going back and forth over to this facility, the assembler over here. Also, I don't know what the speed is, but I'm almost certain that the speed of this is faster. Certainly the fact that we can replicate this multiple different times is great news. Control left mouse button to click and take everything out. Great. And do I need to fill up manually? I think I do still need to fill up manually. Maybe I could find the hotkey. That's fine. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Control. There we go. Great. That's looking good. Edit station. And what do you know? Yeah, I'm happy to do this. I don't think there's anything else that we want to do. There we go. Building completed. Fantastic. And now, if we have a little look over here, what do you know? We've got ourselves a little bit more space to play around with. How good is that? That's flipping fantastic. Looks amazing. That looks really, really good. So next thing that we need to do, probably clean up this area. Yeah, we'll clean up that. We'll get an assembler in. I mean, do I want an assembler in here? No, you know what I kind of want? I kind of want reactors to be over at that side. I kind of want this area here to be. I guess this will be my initial sort of like staging area, processing area. What we'll be able to do very, very soon is have resources automatically mined, and then they will come out of this area. So this is a dock. We can configure this dock to unload certain resources. So we can say, oh, what's that? Enriched titanium ore. Hey, we'll take all of the titanium ore out of here, and we will funnel it on a belt, which we're about to build, all the way up and around and into this location over here. So if we were to get a refinery here, for example, let's just start with one. We'll put you to do that. And then also I should go into there. Make sure that this is set up in my hotbar. And suddenly, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. It's absolutely perfect. It's beyond perfect. It is sheer perfection. I don't know. Let's call this no, I don't want to rename the station. Starter station? No. Let's call this Potato Central Station. Sure. Let's roll with that. Do I have any titanium ore on me now? I do have some titanium ore on me now. Well, you know what? Let's go back here and let's add titanium into the ship's inventory. And what do you know? Already we're starting to see a little bit of resource get sucked out of here. How fantastic is that? Looks amazing. So you can already start to see there is serious automation to be had here. This is really, really great. So iron plates, we're going to take them out here. Marvelous. I think this is. Whoops. I think this is okay. I think this is what we want. Do I want to be? You know what? We'll come down to the end here. We'll probably get nickel over at the other side, and then we'll get titanium plates over here. I do worry a little bit about how we're going to make all of this sort of fit together. But you know what? It's a problem for a future potato. For now, let's just get this. Let's get this in here. This is going to move. For sure this is going to move. I am not happy with how this is working, but you know what? It's fine. It's good enough for now. Let's get a... There we go. One of those. Refinery. Let's get you configured to do nickel plates. And let's get this coming over here. Maybe we want to change this around a little bit, but there we go. Good. Yeah, maybe we want to change this around a bit because it looks a little bit funky. Maybe we should have them sort of both coming in and then splitting out. But you know what? For now, I'm reasonably happy with how this is all looking. We're also approaching our limit of what we're going to be able to do with not very much titanium. Yeah, oh, actually, speaking of, we should have a little look at mining drones. This is exactly what we need. This is pure perfection. So, we got a few more hull plates. Let's get 18 hull plates in there. This could actually be automated, but I don't want it to be automated over here. You know what? I am going to rework this. I'm going to rework this belt real quick. Right, there we go. That's a little bit more even and just a bit better, I feel. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, so now we have got an automated assembly process of hull plates, which is really, really great. And in fact, what I think I want to do is I want to output these to storage, but I don't want to do any of the processing in here. I want to keep this entire room free for oh yeah, we're out of power. That's fine. I want to keep this entire room free for refining. Yeah, that has to be the priority for me right now. In fact, I might even move these refiners forward a little bit, but we can do that in a little bit. This assembler, temporary. We want to yoink that. Let's go and do another station design. So we can put this here. We need to be careful that we don't end up impeding on the area of the dock, because we are going to be able to change our ship around, which is really freaking cool. I think we'll for now do this here. Yeah, okay, we'll do it there. I think we're going to expand out this way as well. I don't have the hull plates to make that change, you know, that I want to at this present moment, but that's okay. Right, we're kind of stretched to our limits here. This is fine, though. This is absolutely fine. Let's get this all taken back. It's good. Let's go back into the build mode, and let's build this here. I'm just trying to, as I normally say, trying to build with, like, scale and future-proofing in mind. So technically we can squeeze in a little bit of extra stuff, but, you know, for now, we'll just do hull plates. That's fine. It's temporary. That's what I always say. I know, but I mean it this time. I mean it this time. I honestly mean it this time. Let's just throw this all into here. Sort that so that it looks a little bit tidier. And let's pop onto the ship and do a little bit of extra mining. To be fair, I kind of did everything that I possibly could have done. Is this one of the... This is not one of the big titanium asteroids that we've got kicking around. The big ones that I've got kicking around are elsewhere. But you know what? We need a lot of titanium anyway. Yeah, the two big ones are behind me. Yeah, fine. Okay, collect a bit of titanium. I'll collect a little bit of titanium. I'll collect a little bit of additional nickel ore as well. We also need to get some more water for sure. In fact, water is kind of almost an emergency situation here because I am low on fuel. I've only got 1.1 gigajoules left here. So this is the sort of situation that we're going to find ourselves in. You know, we're almost certainly going to have to find like a big water asteroid. Yeah, like that one over there. That's quite far away, relatively speaking. That's a lot closer. That's way closer. Okay, we may have just come across like an unbelievably goated location, as the kids would say, to set up our very first space station. This is not the big iced asteroid that I'm going after right here. No, this is just a little small one, which is perfect for us. I need to just make sure that we have, yeah, enough water ice. Great, to go and do. There we go. A little bit of that. And this gives us 288 megajoules of fuel. Hydrogen fuel. Let's pop this into here. Aha! We can also turn on auto-insert, which I think is exactly what I want to do, at least for now. That means that we will have not an infinite supply, but yeah, it should automatically increase. I'm going to collect a whole bunch of resources. I'm going to probably mine out this water asteroid. I'm going to mine out some more nickel asteroids. And then I'll catch up after we have got a whole bunch of resources ready for processing back at the base. Right, resources have all been collected. I've actually got a full ship inventory of nickel and a full player inventory of titanium, which is pretty good. But look at that. Look at that view. I mean, is that not absolutely fantastic? Huge titanium ore asteroid, huge titanium ore asteroid, huge nickel ore asteroid. Amazing. Absolutely love to see it. And then we've got our tiny little space station over here, which is going to grow into something glorious. I can just feel. It's good. Oh, that's the relic shard, by the way, that I missed previously. Yoink that. Whoa, boy. Whoops, 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 whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Thankfully, it doesn't look like I take any hull damage from that. So that's fine. I'm going to get relatively close up, and then we're going to engage the docking, and hopefully it should automatically dock for me. And then, boom. Amazing. Absolutely phenomenal. I just love this game so much. Okay, now because I auto-insert here, we have got... I can't drop that there. Yeah, because I auto-insert here, we will have all of our hydrogen fuel just chilling at the back here. That's fine. It's just going to mean that I have to take a little bit of a detour over to here in order to try and drop off some stacks. What about... Yeah, there we go. Drop that off in there so then I can go back and then I can grab the fuel and then, you know, we can head back out. Boom. I'm going to take most of the fuel because we're still manufacturing fuel from water and ice over there. So, no reason not to just let that refuel the reactor over the course of time. All right, and now we should start to see this. There we go. That needs to be unload. Fantastic. And because we've got nickel in the ship, it should all start coming out. Amazing. Amazing, 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 amazing. So this is working away just as we would like. You are making the hull plates. Again, just exactly how I would like to see. We're working on mining drones, which means that we're going to automate resources coming in, which I think is particularly useful. Is there anything else that I need to build, sort of as a matter of urgency? I don't think so. I mean, there's obviously a good reason to get, I mean, like a science lab or something that automatically connects to here. I think we probably want to buffer this on the way out. We probably want to take from... Yeah, we probably want to put it here or something like that. Is that in? Yeah, that's in. That's perfect, actually. Yeah, great. So we'll buffer there. And then we can... Oh, we can't expand out there. We can move the dock. There's nothing stopping us from moving the dock. But I quite like that location where the dock is, to be honest. Yeah. Oh, the other thing that I might want to do... I probably could get... If I went and deleted... Yeah, I probably... could help myself out if I decided to have buffer stations right here, because this means that I can now add all of these goodies, there we go, to the mix straight away. It does mean that I can only sort of squeak around the edge, but I think that's fine. Don't necessarily think that that's too much of a problem. Mining drones, how are we doing mining drone-wise? Not great. Also, can I do, tell you what, can I do something with those shards? What's the research value of them? 1 relic technology. Okay, so I can't do anything with that at the present moment. So there we go. Just queue up more hydrogen fuel. Can't do anything with the relic technology at the present moment, but that's okay. We're fine with that. Sure. We'll take you out of the mix and we'll just plop this down right over here for now. Yeah. that will at least allow us to automate... Yeah, partially automate things. Okay, good. Now that we've got the very basics in play, it's time to talk about quantity. And I think the way that we're going to do this is like so. So can we install a splitter? We're not able to install a splitter here. We need to install a splitter here. And that, unfortunately... disable port. Amazing. That's exactly what I want to be able to do. Because otherwise, we are going to have... We're going to have issues. So if I do something like this, right? Splitter. Great. Disable port. And bring you down there. Fantastic. Configure the refinery to make titanium plates. And then automatically, look at that. It already connects up. We don't even need a splitter. It just works. It just works. Or a splitter or a merger, whatever. Belts just connect up automatically. And that's going to mean even more hull plates for me. Fantastic. So, we've got mining drones. Hallelujah. This is great news. And it's great news because of the proximity of those mining facilities. Interestingly, can't build mining drones from here. I believe we have to jump on into the station designer in order to get a mining drone bay. So, mining drone bay, I mean, ideally here, because we've already sort of set up this area to work with the mining drones. But, I mean, we could always get something like this. We could always get something like this and then bring everything down. But I kind of like the idea. The dock is not going to be able to stay there. I think we want to change. I think we want to change this around. So the dock is going to go over here for now. Yeah. The mining drone bay is going to go in here. This is going to require a lot of hull plates. It's going to require... Yeah, I need a lot of stuff. I need 5 hull plates in order to get this. Mining drone bay is 10 hull plates, 10 lightweight frames, and magnetic coils as well. So there's a lot more resources that I need to grab before I'm going to be able to get anything. How's this all looking though? I mean, it's all looking fine. It's just not looking particularly numerous. Yeah. Okay. Well, here's what we can do. There's nothing in there. Yoink all of this. Here's what I think we want to do. I think we want to get basic production of pretty much everything set up. I mean, I realize, of course, that this refinery it's good. It's fine. It's just not doing anything, which we kind of want to change, and we kind of want to change fairly urgently. So let's reset this. Let's get a hull module over here. We'll get that built. Get that built right over there. We can actually see through the glass what's going on. That's great. Then we need a few more lightweight frames. Can I just make some lightweight frames here instead? How about that? That's pretty good. That'll get us enough lightweight frames for the assembler, which will be spat out this way. And yep, take the lightweight frames, and honestly, just give me the lightweight frames. Sure. Yeah, I keep making them. I don't care. Doesn't matter to me. For now, anyway. Assembler, we're going to get the assembler to line up as much as we can, anyway. How's that? I think that's it. Yeah, assembler lined up over there. Outputs here. What's up? Oh, we need more titanium. We need more titanium plates. Okay, no matter. Just stop making stuff. Stop making stuff. Start making that instead. Sure. There we go. Oh, or we could just disable the port. I like that idea. I like that idea. Wait. Even with the port disabled, it still rumbles on? Okay, don't like that. Oh well, no matter. I think that's enough. I think that's enough titanium plates for us. So let's do this. There we go. Nice. And then you are going to be set up to make magnetic coils, which is what we need in order to get an additional refinery. which is going to allow us to expand production, mostly of titanium, I think. Mostly titanium, but we could do other stuff. And the great news is that we can increase our refining capability by just building down this way, which I think I absolutely will want to do. Right, I've expanded my operations somewhat. We now have 4 processors. This one, 4, what are they called? Refineries. Yeah, 4 refineries. This one's probably not going to get used just because these belts only take 60 items per second. This titanium plate consumes 20 20 pieces, or outputs 20, and it's a rate of 1-to-1, so that's fine. It's basically rarely going to get used, but hey, that's great. Hey, as long as we've got it, that's fine. Meanwhile, back here, we have got... Oh, I've done that slightly unevenly. That's okay. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Anyway, we're making lightweight frames. We are making hull plates. We are outputting those hull plates still into the container. And we also have the research tree, which we have not done anything with yet. Silica refining. The servo motor... Yeah, the servo motor counts for way more material science than the hull plate does. I don't know how we make it, though. It's lightweight frames and magnetic coils. Oh my god. Yeah, so this counts as 3 science material, and it's just a lightweight frame and a magnetic coil. That is insanely good. That's really, really good. A ship ladder, a mining laser. Ooh, yeah. Yeah. A shipyard, the ability to presumably customize our ship, which I'm very interested in doing. Mining laser, yeah. Okay, I think if we're going to get value for our science, we're going to get the servo motor. What about this? Silicon wafers, reinforced glass, and a window. Okay. Ore enrichment as well. Requires an enrichment chamber, which is over here. Requires containment coil, etc, etc, etc. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff. Also, I'm thinking that I probably need to set up power production automation, because at the present moment, we have not got a good... We have not got a good power system. Yeah, we do not for sure. Right, the other thing that I'm going to need to consider is where are we going to make our advanced products? Like our advanced products that we need in order to make the servo motor. So servo motor is going to use lightweight frames. And then we're also going to want to get plates that probably come off here, right? Yeah, we're going to want to get metal plates. Do I maybe want to, like, solidify them into one belt and then split them up? That could be an option, you know. Let me take this back. Yeah, let me take this back. I think actually having these all sort of put onto one single belt, that might be handy. That might be handy just purely from the perspective... There we go, copy paste. Out of the way there. Yeah, that is where we want it, right? Nope. That's not where we want it at all. We want it like... there. Cool. That is... That's it. Yeah, so if we get a splitter, for example, we could split the output 3 ways, and that would probably suit us a little bit better here. I don't love the fact that we're maybe sort of solidifying this all down into one single belt, but it's fine. It's fine for now. It's fine for now. So then we have this outputting to there. We've got this outputting to there. Come on. Come on. Why am I not able to do that? I didn't click. Okay, great. And then we'll also take like an extra belt down this way, and then this will be our runoff. Again, not over the moon about how this all ends up coming together, but we'll see. If we still have excess titanium plates after this backlog is cleared, then we will make changes. But for now, I think we should be okay. Yeah, there we go. Squeeze in all of these resources. Right, so that is servo motors unlocked. Lightweight frames we're making. The magnetic coils we're also making. I just wonder. I've got the ability to make these things. Magnetic coils over there. Where do I want to do this? Where do I want to do this? Yeah, we absolutely categorically... I mean, we need to sort out fuel processing, because I do not want to be dealing with... I do not want to be dealing with this, like, just constantly powering on, powering off, etc. I think it's a bit ridiculous. So I think what we're going to do... Let's build out... Let's build out this way. Yeah. Then let's get a mining drone. Mining drone bay, all the way over here. I think we should have all of the goods required to make this all happen. So let's go and build it all. Great. And then let's go and disassemble you. We'll also grab some... Oops. Some power whilst we're here. 50% will not be enough. We're gonna get more. We're gonna get more. Oh, there's clearly, like, a lot of stuff in storage that we've not taken. And in fact, we're still building. We're still building more of that stuff. That's great. The good news is, though, the power setup is very, very simple. It's very basic, and it's going to allow us to use drones. Drones, I believe, should work very simply. So we just need to say set filter. We want to set it to water. We want to say, hey, on you go. Are the drones going to go out into the world? Do I need to... Oh, look at that. Pet the drone. Pet the drone. Very nice. We can pet them even when the water is off. And then I think... Whoops. We're going to build... do you know what? No, let's build the reactor room in the middle there. And then let's build the processing room here. There we go. So we want... No, this is stupid. What am I doing? We need to have one of those, one of those. So we'll buffer the water. And then we want 1, 2, 3. Yep, that's a good ratio. I think this should be allowed. Oops. Don't know why that ended up happening. I think this should work. Let's give it a wee shot, shall we? So we're going to set that to go into that container. And then this comes through here. And then that goes into there. Does it end up working out, or do I need to move it back? Hard to tell. Anyway. We'll maybe leave that as is. Then we'll come around here. We'll get the reactor sort of tucked away in the corner over there. We want to expand out. So I'm going to leave space for 2 and then an extra belt that can go up this way. How's that? I think that's not too shabby. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. So this is all going to merge. We're going to squeeze this all in, and that should be perfect. Right, let's get you in there. Let's get you in there as well. How's that looking? That's looking not too bad. And the drones should now... Yep, the drones are going to be heading away. I don't know. Can we see them on the map? I don't think we can see them on the map, but they are presumably going to go to, I guess, the small water asteroid to start with, but then this big one over here, and then a whole bunch of other close ones. We'll go outside and have a little look at the drones. Oh, hold on. Start mining? Oh, they've already come back. They've already come back with some water. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. That is fantastic. That's great. That's what we like to see. So you go into that. How's that looking? That's looking perfect. That's looking absolutely perfect. So yeah, we can absolutely have adjacencies here. That is amazing. Okay, so that is a little bit of a diversion, but if I just get a few more bits of belt, that will be our entire power system automated, and it is going to be scalable, which is what's really, really nice about this. Right. Yep. 50 of those. Great. It does seem like... I wonder if resources just sort of like disappear once they go into here. Kind of seems like they maybe do if there's a little bit of an overflow there, but whatever. We'll experiment with that as we go. Right. Let's take this out here. Let's go and to there like so. We will merge all of these three, and in fact, no, we won't. Yeah, take that all out. We will buffer. We will buffer here, just on the border. Because otherwise, if we don't, we will run out of power. Run out of power at some point, and I don't want to deal with that. I want to have power always. Go. There we go. Okay, I think we might run out of belts soon, but you know what? Even if we do, that's a good amount of power. I'm pretty happy with that. And the good news is this is scalable, so it's scalable obviously across to this side. Out. Reactors are going to just go this way and also this way, which I think is absolutely perfect. Very, very chuffed with that. Now, the next thing that I need to do is figure out what we're going to do with titanium. I almost feel like there is a new design entirely to be had here, where we have... I mean, we need to make another dock. Let's make that dock up here. Yeah. Let's move the command post, the command module. Do I have to build another command module? Or can I move this one? I think we're just going to have to build a new one. That's fine. We'll build a new one, and then we delete that. Oh, well, we can't delete the block with the current console in it. And presumably we can't... Yeah, we can't do that. Okay, if I do this... Yeah, great. I can then move the ship to here. Yeah, I can't move the ship with the dock ship. Yeah, I can go and tell the ship to get docked at the other exit though. Or I could just go and dock it manually. Sure. Hold to undock. Great. We know where this is going to be. It's going to be... Oops. It's going to be on the end here. There we go. Dock with the station. You... Son of a gun. I think you're going to dock me to the wrong exit there. There's some very funky stuff going on right now. And I don't think that I can stop it. What is going on here? Right. What is going on? Let's get docked to the correct exit. That's yeah, so not that one over there, it's this one over here. Hold to dock. Great. So that should be now a relatively simple docking maneuver. And then there we go. We're ready. Okay, that's great. That is much better. And now what we can do is we can go into... Excuse me? That is not what I wanted. That's going to be absolutely no use to anyone. There's also now just a little bit further to walk, but it's okay. We're gonna make this work so well. Yeah, that's not so hot. Command module, make sure that's plumbed into the right location. Apply changes, build, quickly hop all the way back over to this other command module over here. And then this is where we can make some changes to get some parts back. So then you need to be deleted. You need to be deleted. And then this is where I think I want my mining drones to be built. Right. There we go. So we want one mining drone station for each of the resources. I wonder. I mean, how many... I've got plenty of hull plates. But if I was to do something like this, and then something like this, and then get a mining drone station here, is that better? I feel like that might be better, because then that allows us to potentially expand and have 2 more mining drone stations over here. But then again... But then again, no. I feel like I'm maybe just overcomplicating this. I need to build with scalability in mind, but at the same time, I also just need to... I also just need to build. I just need to build. So, let's go, and that is going to really annoy me that I'm not going to be able to squeak through there. That's fine, though. That's fine. It's fine. So, here's what we need. We need to remove... We don't actually need to remove any of this stuff. This is important, but... titanium plates? Do we not have titanium plates? That's hull plates on us. It's fine. We don't have any titanium plates over here. That'll do. Yep, thank you. And it'll do as well. That's perfect. So, we need to build 2 buffers. We'll just connect them up directly. This is a simple one because this is literally just set filter that start mining go. The drones are away. Love to see it. Then let's not delete this, but let's yoink all of these resources out. Let's yoink them into here. Great. And then let's link this up to there. And we were pretty much ready to disconnect all of this, to be honest, aren't we? Yeah, perfect. Right. And this is, I mean, this is going to make for a fantastic second belt. We're not really there yet, but we're close to being there. We're close to being there. We're close to making this all work. This is probably going to have to get tightened up probably much closer in order to facilitate a second belt coming through here. But you know what? The important thing is that we just get mining. We get mining with titanium. Away we go. There go the drones. Fantastic. That's our resource. That's exactly what we need to see. The other thing that I could think about doing, right, is that we could have multiple different little mining outposts, all bringing, you know, some form of processed resource back here. At the moment, we're kind of just doing everything in one, you know, in one facility here, which is fine. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's not overly scalable. Which is a consideration that we have to worry about. Okay, do you know what I am going to do, though? I think what I am going to do... Oh, amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I am going to tidy this area up. Like, we need to move... We need to move, for example, this belting operation needs to come back to here. Yeah. Go. There we go. Yeah, that needs to come back to there because we're going to want to get a second belt to come right down the middle here. And we're going to want to do exactly the same with this. Yeah, so let's tidy all this up. There we go. Good. I'm going to have to disable some ports, but it's fine. We can make that happen. And then you come up here, down here, and just like so, we are golden again. Nice. Okay, let's actually sort our research now. I've been building and concentrating on quite a lot of sort of space station things, but it's probably time to get sorted on the research front. So, what do we want to do with research? I think, well, it's not going to surprise you. I think we need to build more space station. Here's why I think we need to build more space station. Yoink that, yoink that. You need to be making that instead. Yeah. The reason that we need to be making more space station is because I need to take all of these components, right? And I think I want to be making the advanced servo motors here. So I'm going to build one facility right over there. I also think that I'm going to build... I don't know the best way to move the resources around. That's the only thing, because we are going to mess... We're going to make a mess, like, regardless of what we do. And obviously we do have... If I get this into... Oops. If I get that into underground, right? Undergrounding is going to be really, really useful. We can and will need to underground a whole bunch of this belt here. But it's going to end up being pretty darn messy regardless of what I do. But maybe, you know, perfect is the enemy of good and all that. Disable port, disable ports. Keep it coming down here. Yeah, maybe we just actually do this. What do we need? Some capacitors? I don't actually have any capacitors. How do I even make capacitors? They are made with some... They're made with some titanium plates as well as nickel plates. It's going to be a bit of a pain in the backside to build, but that's fine. We don't need capacitors for anything right now, and so that's all that really matters. Let's build a little bit of a backlog of capacitors, because I'm going to need them. So we'll leave that set up like so for now, but we'll revert it in just a sec. And then an assembler, which... Oh, that was a drone there? That was a bit weird. Okay. There we go. Insufficient building material. What? Oh, we need some more plates. There's always flipping plates that we need. I should probably buffer some stuff here. Right, so that goes there. You... I'm not buffering. How many do we make? We make 30 per minute. How many do we consume? We consume 20 per minute. Oh, it's a match made in heaven. It's a ratio that is not going to work. But that's fine. It's fine. I don't know what we're going to do with the rest of our lightweight frames. I don't know what we need to do with lightweight frames. I have absolutely no idea. So, and then let's take this out of there, take this out of there. You are hull plates. Actually, kind of regret that. I kind of like... Sure. Yeah. So does that output automatically? No, it doesn't. Interesting. Okay, so there's a couple of interesting sort of quirks. If you put an empty storage facility right there, that will not link up. Goods, goods, goods. And then material science lab. This is going to go here. Oh, there's a bunch of capacitors that I said I was going to change things over, didn't I? But I never did. I never did. There we go. That's much better. Okay. Well, I'm not going to take the opportunity to pass up a whole bunch of free capacitors, which now do not have a home. So we're going to yoink all of these. Thank you very much. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful stuff. And I also want to check how much... here we go. How much... I mean, 2 magnetic coils. So if we make 20 per minute, then that means that we're going through 40 per minute. 40 per minute... 40 per minute coils, and we make 30 per minute. Okay, so it's... The ratios are all over the place. It's weird. A weird number of ratios. That's fine. Any other things that we want to try and get? I mean, solar panels seem kind of cool. It requires computation science, which is quite far up there. That's fine. I think what I want to do is... I think I'd like a shipyard. Yeah, I'd love a shipyard, actually. Let's go and get that sorted. Station armor, station decoration blocks. Nah. A mining laser? Yes. I would like that a lot. Station lift, station industrial dock. I mean, we can get some ships or enrichment. Computation science requires basic circuits, requires silica refining. Sure, add basic circuits up to the queue. Yeah, machine used to convert certain items into research. Okay, there's a lot of stuff here. Missile launcher. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, yeah, build the shipyard first, and then we'll see. Also, we might have the ability. Why is that port not enabled? We might have the ability to make some more research facilities for the first time in a while. Either way, I'm happy with how this is all coming through here. We still have not needed to use this port. This port I was going to maybe use to make capacitors, but I actually don't think that we need capacitors, at least not in any large quantity, which is a nice position to be in. I do need to check how much titanium we're actually mining. I think the answer to that question is probably going to be not very much. Mineable resources, 93,000 titanium, 50,000 nickel ore. I mean, that seems like a lot of nickel ore, but I mean, what do I know about nickel ore, right? What do I know about nickel ore? Yeah, so that's fine. I think one facility is okay. Why are you not outputting? You should be outputting. If I set this container to have a filter... Oh, it's absolutely not outputting, is it? Well, that's a problem. But it's outputting from here. Oh, it's because I've got belts there. Okay, well, containers, you've stumped me. You have stumped me. Tell you what, though. It's an easy fix, isn't it? Okay, good. And good. And it's not like we've lost any production at all, so that is great. This is all looking spectacular. What I'm going to do for now is just have this all merge onto one belt. But we're probably going to change that so that we've got the opportunity to get a second belt here. This can be moved back. This will be fine. This underground cable bit. Yeah, I'm reasonably happy with that. Okay, let's go and check out what we need in order to make a shipyard. Shipyard has been unlocked. Let's also grab a bit of belts. Punt that in there since we can. We're over here. I really hate that I can't squeeze through there. And you know what? I'm going to change it. I am going to change that. There we go. Good. Access the crates. Sort. Yoink. Thank you. There we go. Now I can squeeze through here. Might just seem like a minor, you know, silly little change, but that's honestly going to save me so much time, effort, and energy. Yeah, that's good. All right. Let's see what we want to do with our shipyard. See what we can do with our shipyard. So, shipyard core. I think drone bay over here. If I get another station block here. So this is currently unoccupied. This is where my water processing is. This is where my reactor is. So shipyard core can be used to modify and build new ships. Yes, this is great. However, I got this wrong. It needs to be connected up like here. I got this wrong in the playtest. I played the playtest a long time ago. That needs to go in there like so. That's nice. And then we can add more sides to the shipyard, like so, along this way. I think that's good. Let's go and apply those changes. And then let's go and see what we have in store. That's the scout ship over there. So the shipyard is here. Use the shipyard. Construct a new ship. We can build a new scout ship. I mean, I'm interested. Can we edit an existing ship? No ship docked? Yeah, let's move. I'm sure I had the ability to say autopilot disabled, configure, add destination, Potato Central Station, shipyard dock. On? Yes! I knew I could do that. I knew I could do that. Look at that! Amazing. Okay, so the Scout is now docked at the shipyard here. So we go into Ship Designer, and we can customize our freaking ship. Amazing. So, plasma cannon, tractor beam, etc. I mean, we've got a singular plasma cannon. A single plasma cannon. More plasma cannons. I like the idea of that. We've also... I mean, we're also working on silica refining, but we can also get a mining laser. I am deeply interested in all of this sort of stuff. This is, I mean, to be fair, this is quite an attractive... It's quite an attractive looking ship. It's quite an attractive looking ship, but it'd be nicer if we could make it faster, better, more powerful, all of the above. We can... Yeah, I mean, there's not really much that we need to do with our ship right now, to be fair. We are going to want to set up, like, little mining outposts and have, like, resupply missions and all that stuff. That's pretty exciting. Let's get you to autopilot. Navigate to station dock. There we go. And you should arrive. Hold on. Do I need to turn it on and then off again? Off and then on. There we go. You should fly all the way around and arrive here, which is kind of cool. Okay, I'm not going to necessarily stick around for that. We don't really need to. This is all coming through. I am happy with all of this. Power is in a good place. We are content with that. All of my resources are coming through. This is all good. I like that a lot. Okay, I'm gonna do something. What I want to do is Given that I'm going to be making a lot of changes to the space station, that's right, we're going to be expanding this sucker. We're going to be expanding it a lot. I am going to go into Station Designer. I think this is still a great location for a command module to be. I think it's perfect. However, for now, I'm going to place a command module over here so that I can pop into this area and just do a little bit of building. You know, as and when is needed, real quick, etc. To build more stuff. And that should be okay. And now that we've got that little outpost over here, it's going to make life a bit easier. To be fair, I did want to do research. Why is this not working? We've not got enough titanium coming through here. This feels not great. Oh well. I absolutely need to speed up research, and that's what I'm going to do. I, ironically enough, probably need to move the location of this, because I think I probably want to do research in here. So, command module, let's move you over there. Yeah. 3 command modules is kind of, honestly, a bit of a joke. But, it's fine. It's not like we're losing resources. At least I hope we're not losing resources. There we go. So we're going to get these resources back, which is great. Yeah, we're not losing resources. That's good. I was just checking. Building and then rebuilding. No, I think we build this here. There we go. Get that built. Nice and simple. And then we disassemble this, disassemble that. We take this out of here. Oops. This out of there. We build that in there. So we start saving up a whole bunch of servo motors. And then material science labs. Let's just get them 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, no big deal. I think that's perfect. We might not have enough belts to do everything that we need to, but hey, it's fine. What do I want to do with silica? I need to process it. Obviously, I need to process it. Ah, perfect. Just the correct amount of belts. Obviously, I want to process it. I would like to do that. Now, mining laser? Yeah. Short-range laser weapon, specialized for mining. Not bad. Ship ladder, large thruster, ship frames, decorations, coffee table, doorway hall. Nah. Basic circuits. Yeah, let's do basic circuits. So this is silicon wafers, magnetic coils. This is going to give me computation science. Okay. Computation science presumably going to be used at the computation science lab. Nice. Okay, we'll do that. We'll get that all set up, and that should give me a load of resources actually. Whether or not we're going to have enough coming through fast enough, I don't know. But this is looking good. Okay, next thing that I want to do I want to process more? Do I want to process more titanium? Do we have much more titanium? We got a decent amount of additional titanium. I don't really need to make anything else. We need to set up silica production. So how does silica work? We can make reinforced glass from silica. We can make silicon wafers from silica. Okay. The real question is, where do we want to do that? Where do we want to do that? This area is going to be for expanding more refineries. So you know what we could do? Let's do this. So the command center can go. Like, that's fine. That's not a problem at all. 40 hull plates. That's easy. But then I think what we can do is we can make silica. There we go. Mining bay drone right there. So we need a whole bunch of hull plates. That's fine. We can do that. But this is going to refine and process silica, and then this is going to be the sort of body of our factory, and we will build stuff in there. So all I need is a whole bunch of these hull plates, which I should have. Yep, an absolutely plentifully large amount of. That's good. Yoink that out. Don't know why that's in there. And let's pay the price. That's good. And we can see it snap into existence, which is pretty nice. We will come through here. We will find our drone bay, which is at the end over yonder. I don't know where silica is going to be. Start mining. I'm not sure where that is. Nickel asteroid. I mean, it says that it's nearby, but it can't be that nearby. Yeah, okay. Well, that's fine. Right, let's go and get a very basic amount of processing set up. I don't know what we're going to be... I don't know whether we need more reinforced glass or whether we need more silicon wafers. If I had to wager, I would suggest that we probably needed more silicon wafers. But that's just pure speculation. Also, we definitely need more titanium plates. This is just not good. This is just not good. But that's okay, because we are actually building towards Logistics 2, and that will give me access to a much better conveyor belt, but it is going to cost servo motors, and we are making servo motors, but the ratios are questionable. Very questionable. Also, I've still got a whole bunch of nickel on me. Yeah, let's go and offload that. Also, we've now got a computation science lab. So basic circuits. Basic circuits are made of... Basic circuits are made of what, video game? They are made of... 2 silicon wafers, 2 magnetic coils. Right. So, magnetic coil production is going to have to get better. We've got no choice. We've got absolutely no choice. We're going to have to expand this. Let's go down here. How do I want to get this out? I don't know. We could... this is not ideal. Yeah, I just need more... I need more titanium plates as well. I really need to do that. Logistics 2 is going to require computation science and material science. If I start working on it now, is that going to allow me to make a dent in the material science? I think it will. With those servo motors, which is definitely good. Item elevator. Oh, we could get up to level 2. I don't hate that. I don't hate that at all. We need a ship ladder. Ship container, presumably, to get up to level 2. Large station module? Oh, heck yeah. I didn't realize that was on the that was on the cards. Let's get this queued up. Also, that's a corridor and a corner piece. A station lift to get us up to next level, and then a large station module. Yes, 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 please. Don't think that we can get this. Don't know what that is, but that looks cool as heck. An industrial dock. What the heck is an industrial dock? Can automatically load and unload items. Is that not the same as a regular dock? I must confess, I don't know. Right, I'm gonna do something here. I'm gonna yoink this, and I'm gonna tell you to make that. Also, you know what? We can just... This is how short on flipping plates I am. This is how desperate I am to get a local supplier of plates. Unbelievably desperate. Yeah, we're just gonna leave this. We're just gonna leave this here. And you are gonna supply me. You're gonna supply me with a whole bunch of locally produced plates. Enable ports. Oh, I see. Does it disable the port when it... So is that enabling it and disabling it for output? I guess that's what it's enabling and disabling it for. Okay, well, that's fine. It's not really that clear, but that's okay. Yeah, we still just need more flippin' plates, don't we? We need more flippin' plates. These are the plates that we will require for a whole bunch of belting that we're about to do. Yeah, let's nab this and think about the way that we want to make this more streamlined and efficient. Take this round the back. And That in there. That in there. That, I think, is better. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've messed that up. Fine. How's that? Take the magnetic coil. Good. And then you make magnetic coils. Happy days, capiche? Does that work? That looks like it's working. Disable ports. Why is this not working? I think there might be a resource stuck in the middle here. Whereas if I rebuild it, then it'll work. Yeah, okay. That was a little bit of a nasty one, but we got there in the end. Very nice. We just need to be careful about the order of operations and how that all sort of fits together. So that's good. This is going to need to change quite substantially here. Let's squeeze this out. Let's get another one of these. That is in a very awkward position that I'm going to try and not mess around with too much. How's that? Is that how we have it over here? Yeah, it is. Okay, build the connections out this way first. Yeah. Do that. Do that. We're going to need more nickel processing anyway at some point, so we might as well bite the bullet and just do a little bit of processing right now. That's what I'm thinking. Also, I presume that we are either out of servo motors or we are 100% done the material component of the Logistics 2 research. Yep, that's us literally done it 100% there. That's good. Okay, so we want you to probably do that. Then can we go all the way? I think we can. Okay, that seems fine. What's the maximum distance here? Maximum length of 8. We could maybe we could maybe make that a little bit more efficient, but probably not. Right, how's this all looking? Yeah, this is... Oh, I see. Okay, disable that port. That's the issue. Yeah. We need to delete you again and disable ports. Can we... Hold on. Yeah, so that's already disabled. That's good. Nice. And then rebuild that in there. That's better. Okay, my bad. My bad. Did not figure out what was going on there. But that's okay. We got there in the end. That's what matters. And then you go straight up to there. And then we've got all of our outputs that are now able to join. And that will all get pumped right the way up to the far end in order to get there. That's great. That's really, really good. I am chuffed with how that all works. Okay, so have we got much silica yet? Also, I think what we're going to need to do, I think we're going to need to reposition this sucker right here. Let's move you right next door, and then let's delete this. Oh, we can't delete it. We need to, of course, yep, move over to this one, which inevitably will end up getting moved, but that's fine. We're completely okay with that. Ditch that there. Connect this up here, mostly because I just don't want to be walking around this whole like long distance network all the time. So we can now go straight the way through here and into what will be our silica processing laboratory. Yes, have we got silica? We have indeed got silica. Right, I'm going to choose to keep my options open here. We will have silica offloaded. Yeah, we'll offload it both into the same container. Yep, no issues with that. That's good. Get it out of the system. Then, let's go refinery. 1, 2, 3. Yep. And 1, 2. It's fine. That's okay. And then we'll just make silicon wafers for now. It's going to consume at a rate of 60 per minute, so that should be, or 20 per minute times 3 is 60. So we should be about even for the first step of silica wafering. It's not a particularly easy system, as in not a particularly easy system to get my head around with regards to ratios. Not like it really matters. I mean, it's not for the video game to make it easy for me. It's about me figuring out how everything fits together. This looks like almost a full belt, by the way. I mean, it's about 3/4 full. But once we get all of this upgraded to level 2, oh boy, it's going to be perfect. Right, I've got plenty of nickel plates now. I've got plenty of iron plates. We should be able to get this area finished here. It's good. And do you know what? Sure, just bang that in there. Just bang that in there. That's fine. Nice. Okay. Silicon wafers. And silicon wafers. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. So, we have... You know what? Maybe I don't even need this second belt here. I'm starting to think that if I just get a nice quick upgrade to logistics level 2... If I get a nice quick upgrade to logistics level 2, which we're kind of heading towards... I mean, no. Objectively, we are heading towards. If I get logistics 2 sorted, then we just double the number of items on the belt, and therefore just keep this as a single belt setup. And then what we could do is we could use this. We could use this as our central bus system. Oops. Sort of central bus system, because I'm going to need to move... Yeah, I'm going to need to be moving a lot of these magnetic coils up and down here. So disable that port, disable that port. If we were to do this, for example, just bring it into here. And then bring the... There we go. Plates around. And we'll buffer right there. And then in this room, we can make... I think we'll make it with the... Oh, that was a weird one. Yeah, let's do that, and then this. How's that work out? That's quite even. In fact, that's perfectly even. So if we do this, and then we want to try and have a system. Can I just double check this is where we're going to make it? Yeah, so silicon wafers, 2 magnetic coils, 2 silicon wafers. I want to make 2 of these, and I just want to figure out the best way to do it. There is, of course, the old patented, you know, in a factory builder, just use underground belts, etc. That might actually be the best way to make this work. Okay, so we have the silicon wafers coming through from here. We have them going into there like that, and then we have you. I'm just going to do this. It's a little bit unscalable. Also, if I made this underground, then I can just run it with a straight belt. Yep. Amazing. And then we just disable that port. And then everything works. And you know what? That actually would be more scalable. We could get 2 more machines over in this side of the room if we wanted to. Don't know if we'll do that yet, but hey ho. Right, silicon wafers. Let's do it. Let's do it. We still need to collect the resources, and I think we're going to build, I guess, our computation science center, like right next door over here, just behind the command module. And the command module, you'll be relieved to find out, does not need to move. Does not need to move. Yeah, right there. Perfect. Boom. Also, where is... This is not good. Why have you got magnetic coils on there? That should not be the case. Why was there a magnetic coil there? Ah, that port. Let me guess. That has stuffed everything up again? Almost certainly. Another magnetic coil. I'll take that before it ends up colliding. That also needs to get disabled. Come on, video game. And by video game, I mean, come on, Potato, what the heck are you doing? Yeah, that's kind of slowed everything down to a little bit of a crawl here, but that's fine. Also, yeah, we need to bring you guys back in, but I kind of like the fact that I can just tap into these refineries and just nab the resources that I'm after. Also, you are probably almost at max capacity here. So, do you know what I want to do? There we go. We'll do that. We'll do exactly the same as we have for our titanium, which is good because I still need a whole bunch of titanium. Definitely need more drones, though. We're definitely at the point where we do need more drones. Okay, let's go and expand. How do I even build a computation science lab? It is with chips. So let's go and do that. Is this a big building? Not particularly, to be honest. Okay, we'll build a buffer. Yep. Build a buffer. Build a buffer. And we need some structural frames. That's fine. I think we should have structural frames over here. We are making no structural frames. Why is that the case? We're just not... we're not making enough titanium because I did not replace this. Even if I did replace it, though, would it make a difference? No, because so much of my titanium is going off to my little side adventure. That's what we call annoying. That is what we call annoying. It's not the end of the world, though, to be honest. It's not the end of the world. I only need, like, a couple of structural frames in order to... yeah, in order to fix this. Well, it's nice that we've got a huge backlog of servos. Yeah, because I do actually need servos. I do need servos to make level 2 belt, so that will come in really, really handy. Let's cut that off. Let's cut that off there. Let's manually throw in a bunch of pieces of kit here. Now, what was I trying to build again? Oh, yeah, I was trying to build a computation science lab. Almost certainly, we're going to need to get another one of these. Thankfully, we got loads and loads of space. Loads and loads of space to make all of the different components that we could possibly require. But honestly, chief amongst them, probably titanium. If we get more titanium coming in, then we will be able to process more. And I think at the moment, it's a titanium coming in issue rather than a processing issue. That's just what the evidence points to. Right. This is looking spectacular. Okay, basic circuits. Let's get you in there. And I think we should be able to get going. So you are going to give me 1 computation science. Is there anything that gives me better than 1 computation science? Servo plates gives me nothing. Containment cell gives me nothing. Is there anything else? Also solar panels? Maybe? That's reinforced glass. Is that for my ship? No, that's for just general power generation. Okay. Sure, let this just sort of cook, I guess. Maybe I'll build another one. Build another one. Yeah, delete that there. Great. And we can look to scale that up in the future if we want to. I'll take that all out of there, and then we'll run it through again, just so that we end up splitting nice and evenly. That's good. So that'll end up happening. I'm not particularly bothered about how quickly we're going to be able to make a whole bunch of GPUs and whatnot. That's fine. We're good with that. What I would like to do, however, is probably expand my... where is it? My command station's over there. Probably expand my titanium mining operation. Yeah, I think that is required. Do I have enough? I almost certainly don't have enough structural things for this. So, titanium mining is here. If I was to destroy this, Can't remove a block. Inventory must be... What? Inventory must be empty. Okay, well, it will be empty soon. But if I was to build a block here, and then I was to build drones there, and then drones here. Oh, that's perfect. That in there, and then drones here. That would give me, I mean, just a huge amount of titanium. I'm going to do this, but we need 20 more hull plates and 5 more light frames. I've just needed to very quickly expand the number of reactors that I've got and corresponding water... What are these called? I guess water into hydrogen fuel manufacturing facilities. Because we were pretty consistently having a little bit of an occasional cheeky blackout from time to time. A little bit less than optimal. Anyway, I think I've collected the resources required to... What's up here? Keep forgetting where I've put the command center. There we go. Logistics 2 has just been unlocked. Amazing. Yeah, I think I've done everything required to get this all sorted. Beautiful. This is honestly fantastic timing. This is really, really, really good timing. So this is obviously going to be a bit of a weird one, but I think we just want to bring it all up and yeah, let's put this in to... Let's put this into position 3. Let's put you into position 4. Let's put you into position 5. Let's put you into position 2. So why can I not... It's the flippin' iron plates, man. These are the things that I need more than ever. But that's okay. We've got them. Now, we can deal with 120. I think... We still want to buffer, right? I think we still want to buffer. We still want to buffer. We can just buffer with normal, regular track here. And let's go and get this one set up. We're going to say, hey, we want you to mine titanium. Go and start mining. Amazing. Disappear. And then from here, we'll get... There we go. Right up to here. Delete. Beautiful. And... up there like so. Brilliant. And then this, we'll just get a nice straight line all the way down here. Whoops. And that goes in there like so. Amazing. How's that looking? Ain't looking too bad to me. Ain't looking too bad to me at all. Okay, now what we need to do is get this one connected up, and we need to get the other one activated. Both of which I will do. Titanium, start mining. Also, we want to have this. We want to have this there. We want to have this there. That is perfect. Amazing. And let's get that linked up. How's that? That's probably fine. Apart from the fact that I've not made one of those in there. Good. Good and good. Station lift unlocked. Holy cow, that was quick, wasn't it? That was really, really quick. Okay, so resources should be coming through really, really quickly now. We should have loads and loads of space to get all of this stuff set up. You know what? We could also just do... We could do one belt each. We could have literally a bespoke belt for all of these different... things. Underground belt Mark II. Seems almost entirely pointless to be doing this, but you never know. Maybe it'll work out slightly better. So we get this all in here. Can I upgrade this? I don't know if I can actually upgrade this segment. Yeah. I don't think upgrading is going to be a possibility. We can do mass deletion, which I will do. But then we'll get this back in there like so. And that in there like that. Okay, I think that's something that I'm fine with. And then we're still continuing to hive off a few of these plates over here, which is nice because we still need these plates for tier 2 things as well. Okay, good. Large station module, that is coming along nicely. I would like to get this reconnected now, which wasn't reconnected before. But we will definitely now have more than enough titanium coming through. I mean, we've added a lot of additional processing. So that's perfect. That's going to come all the way over there. That is... Was that tier 2? Did I build tier 2? I can't even remember. Underground belt mark 2. Yeah, that's good. Are these splitter mark 1s? Oh, we're using splitter mark 1s. We're not using splitter mark 2s. That's the issue. That is the issue. That's fine, though. Let's go and grab a few circuits, and those circuits will... There we go. That will be exactly what we need. I hope. And then we just replace this. We replace that. And splitter mark 2. Good and good. How is that looking? That's looking amazing. Oh, we can even set up filters. That's kind of nice. Don't know what all that gobbledygook means, but sure. That's great. Delete, delete, delete. Delete it all. Good stuff. Nice. Okay, so that to me screams full belt of titanium. I think we can more than supply everything here. And probably more. And indeed, that might be what we wish to do. So, now that we've done that... Oh, do I have any decorations yet? No, I don't have any decorations. What is it that I want to do? I mean, I'm working on the large station module, which is cool. I like that a lot. The corner blocks, the corridor blocks. The corridor block might be interesting. The station lift, that's going to be cool. You require servo plates. Enrichment chamber. Yeah, let's flip and get an enrichment chamber. Let's go and do that, and then let's get an enrichment chamber. So this is going to allow me to further refine resources into more potent forms. And oh, we can do that in the brand new sort of like antechamber area that we made for titanium. We could have like an enrichment room in here. That would be pretty darn sick. I would not hate that at all. Something else that I can also do, I can also set up another station to go and bring more titanium into this facility, which I would definitely be keen to do. But this is looking so great now. Yeah, and I think these lightweight frames, we should have no issues making these lightweight frames at a properly acceptable pace. And in fact, we are continuing to get a whole bunch of servo motors, which makes me very, very happy indeed. This is looking amazing. Science and stuff. Are there any other... Research item list. Yeah, I was going to say, are there any other things that we can throw into the science machines? The answer to that, unfortunately, is a negative. We are stuck with just the rather mid-servo motors, unfortunately. But hey, we now have a large station module, and that's going to be really, really good. Let me go and find out about... Let me go and find out about this. What am I doing? That's not... the correct area. This is where I meant to go. Let's go and have a little look at some of the new bits and bobs that I have unlocked. Okay. Oh, yeah. This is what we have been needing. Oh, that's going to make my life so much easier. So vertical, we can get ourselves a lift as well. Okay, I love it. So that's going to allow me to access up to 2 floors. That's cool. Anything else? No. The corner piece... So it's got a big old window, and it's a corner piece, but that's really it. Also, I can go, like, up a floor. I could absolutely have a massive... I could have a huge drone bay in here. Oh, there's so much potential. There's absolutely tons of potential. This is station 2x2, so this is slightly smaller. And it's only set over 1 floor. That's fine. I mean, it's going to cost me 30 hull plates, but that's not even that bad. That's not even that bad at all. What do I want to do? What do I want to do with this? I mean, I don't really need anything right now. The enrichment stuff is kind of cool because I think we will be able to get... Yeah, I think the enriched titanium... That'll be interesting. Enriched titanium ore, and then it's going to give me, I think, a new recipe for titanium plates, which is kind of nice. Solar panels, ship ladder, mining laser. Yeah. Nothing else is really sort of like sticking out to me, which is a bit of a shame. Yeah, item elevator. Oh, that's kind of cool. That could be going up and down between different layers. I think we need more research facilities. We probably also need to make more servo production. Also, could set up like a little mining outpost, but I feel like my location at the moment is so perfect that why would I want to do that? Material science lab. Yep. Bang that in there, bang that in there, bang that in there, and bang that in there. So that will double our research speed of regular material science. Also, computer power. Let's go and sort that out as well. That's over here. Beautiful. I've got to build one of those big rooms. I have to. I simply have to build one of those big rooms. Boom. One more of these. I don't think that we need that much more science power. Computer power. But I guess we'll see. Well, I've had to adjust and expand some operations, upgrade a few bits of belt over here, a few splitters there, and I've had to link up all of this nickel plate production actually into the system. However, it's all looking pretty darn good. I haven't even upgraded this bit yet, and it's already looking pretty darn good. So yeah, really, really happy with how that's all coming through. I've finished the containment coil. That's made in an assembler. That's magnetic coils, capacitor, and basic circuits. So that's going to be the most challenging thing to build. I think we probably hold off until we get... Yeah, so this is going to give... So enriched titanium ore takes 3 titanium ore, and then it gives me 3 plates out. That's fine, actually. Yeah, so that wouldn't be too bad. Yeah, I would not hate that. I would not hate that at all. Yep. Still got a load of lightweight frames that are coming through. Servo motors, that's all looking good. This should be more consistent. We need to get more. We need to get more of these. Yeah, for sure. Okay, let's disassemble you. We'll disassemble you. Let's rebuild with a fast splitter in mind. To be honest, I should just be using... I should be using Speed Belt 2 as the new standard now. There we go. And there. Great. Okay, we've got a little bit of a power cut shortage situation. Let's go and address that. But let's get this all out of here first. That is... not ideal. Not ideal at all. What is the issue? Also, maybe I should get solar panels. Maybe I should get solar panels. If I am struggling with this, solar panels are clearly what I need. Right. Is it a water supply issue? I think it might be a water supply issue. Yeah. There's 1,922 water within range here. See, I mean, that's not... It's not a bad amount, it's just not a particularly good amount. Here's what I think we want to do, right? I think we maybe... Yeah, I think we maybe want to find... I think we maybe want to find a large water asteroid. Yeah, where's this? That's over there. Yeah, I think we want to get a large water asteroid over here. I think we're going to go and try and take you out. We're going to try and take you out as well. And then I think we want to build ourselves like a little space station out over there that is going to harvest a whole bunch of water. We can still do the water processing. Although, to be fair, we could probably do the water processing over there. We can do the water processing wherever we want. But we just need more of the stuff. And if I have the opportunity to go and do that, I think that would be great. Okay, what else could I conceivably need? I think that's everything. Maybe a few more capacitors. No, I think that's fine. Okay, let's go and hop on into the ship, which we honestly have not used for ages. I've been on one specific space station, but this space station is so good because it is so close to the titanium and the nickel source. It's only now that we're really sort of like running up against the limitations of, you know, of what we can do with it. Why am I going that way? Yeah, I need to go here. Right, I've got 14 gigajoules of 14 gigajoules. Oh, look, there's my drones. I did say that I was going to check out the drones ages and ages ago, honestly. It was like an hour ago. I've not left the station for like a whole hour. That is quite remarkable. Okay, alert. Yeah, let's go and get you... Let's go and get you damaged. I'm gonna heal myself with some of the... Here we go. Grab that relic. Boom, 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 boom. Miss all the shots. My hull is still fine. And that relic crescent is going down real easy. Thank you. I would very much like the relic shard, whatever that is. So, big old water asteroid. Big old water asteroid. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? You're up here. So, here's what I think we want to do. We want to bring the station to, or we want to bring this to a halt. We want to pop you down right about there. Amazing. We then want to get up nice and close. We want to hold to dock. Nice and easy. And then we literally saunter on in here. And we are 150 meters away from this ice asteroid. Perfect. Now, let's see if we can try and use... Let's see if we can try and use some new and improved big... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. New and improved big rooms. That is what I'm talking about. And then drone mining bay. Upon drone mining bay. Upon drone mining bay. How many can I do? I mean, realistically, that many. But I probably want more. Also, that dock is going to have to get moved. Ugh, that's fine. Okay, hold on. Ditch. 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 Yeah, go do this instead. That's a bit better. Right. Let's just build this so that I can see it in action. Oh, yeah, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. We got a second floor. Oh, that's so sick. That is so sick. So, I will need a reactor here. I will need to do some form of, like, local processing. I don't need to do... Actually, do I even need... No, I will need a reactor because the drones take power. That's fine. That's absolutely a-okay, though. Completely to be expected. What I want to do is I want to pop a few more bits and bobs in here. Let's go and get some more of these bad boys. Cool. And we will start making a few more of them. That's real nice. Get that all queued up. Get that all queued up. Get some more hydrogen just to get rid of the raw materials. So, we need power generation. We'll do... I guess we'll do the furthest one over in the corner here. Sure, we'll do that over there. And then we plop down a refinery. And then I think we just want... No, this is a bit stupid, isn't it? Let's do that. I think we just want basically everything that comes out of here. Configure you to do water. Great, we want to start mining. Obviously, it's not going to start mining yet, but that's fine. So that goes in there like so. And then we'll get maybe our one and only reactor, but maybe not, depending on how much... I don't even know how much power the drones suck, to be honest. I don't even think that's... Maybe I can check. Yoink these. 5 for now should be okay. I guess we'll go and see. This is going to be a specialized mining station, and I really like that. Also, I don't think that I have any way to get up to the top floor. I would need to build an elevator. You know what? Whatever. I've got bigger problems. Let's get this in here. Let's go that layer like so. Great. 10 per minute. I think we're probably going to need one more. We're going to need a few more bits of belt, but that's fine. And then let's get that all unloaded as quickly as we can. To be fair, it doesn't really need to be super fast, but it's probably a good thing if it is. Now, we currently have got a dock here. I think I want to leave that dock there. There is also, you know, there's other opportunities, but what I think we want to do is we basically want to funnel everything. We want to have loads and loads and loads of drone stations around here. We want to funnel everything into this dock, and that's exactly what we're going to try and do. Maybe we're gonna bottleneck. Maybe we're gonna end up with more than we bargained for. But what I think we want to do is, there we go. Basically 2 full belts. All of this stuff. Amazing. Are you away mining? You're not. That's not good enough. There we go. Get out of here. So that's all gonna come through there, and then that is gonna go through there. Okay. So that's my 2 connected up. It's not, I must confess, it's not a very sexy setup. It doesn't really, yeah, it's not that interesting. But here's where things can get even spicier. How much do I need in order to make all of this work? We need 25 more lightweight frames, and we need a bunch more, basically 40 magnetic coils. I think if I did everything on the ground floor, that would be really quite substantial. That would be really, really, really substantial indeed. How are we doing over here? We got 15. This is actually completely fine. Yeah, this is actually very, very, very good for us. I'm happy with that. Okay, let me just go back and make one slight tweak. So if we go here, we go Edit System Designer, we can pin the... Can I pin them? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, pin the modification cost to 40 hull plate we have got. Let's go back to the ship and get the other components sorted ASAP. I've just had a thought as I'm finishing off crafting all of these resources. Maybe I do transform the water into hydrogen fuel here. It would certainly make things a lot easier. I mean, I do worry a bit about the fact that it might just, like, completely mess over the power situation on the... Yeah, let's try this. Yeah, it would completely mess over the power situation on the other vessel if it ended up... there we go. Apply changes. If it ended up running out of power. But that being said, I mean, we need to do a few more magnetic coils, a bit more production over here. But I think it's very doable. And then we just transport the hydrogen fuel. That is not a bad idea. That is not a bad idea. Okay, here is what I will do. I've got these resources that are coming through here. That's good. Yeah. So, we're going to set up... I mean, I don't even know. Can we even... Oh, we can build up on that top floor as well. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. Oh, God, we got so many choices here. It's just simply fantastic. I'm going to build a buffer in sort of all of the key locations here. There we go. There we go. There we go. You are... not going to get buffered. You're just going to kind of deal with yourself there, buddy. Okay, then let's get this in here, this in here. And once we've done this, we basically want to work out how many different refineries are we going to have per drone station. The answer is, I don't know. I feel like the answer is probably 3 or 4. I think that... So what's that? So we need... So let's call it 4. 4, 8, 12, 16, 24. We need 24 refineries. That is a lot. I have the resources for not 24. But we can do this. We can make this happen. Let's just get all of that. I think that should be enough. Yeah, that's already us up to 5. So let's go and... I mean, where do we even squeeze in 24? That's the real question. I think we should maybe start with, like, 1. Let's start with 1 each. Start with 1 each. And let's try and make this as sort of, like, systematic as we can. Go. Good. Good. And... good. Right. We're out of flipping iron plates. Gosh darn it. Yeah, you see, this is maybe why I don't want to make all of these. Because I do still need some iron plates. Okay, make a couple of them, but we're gonna keep some things for belt. Make all of that into hydrogen fuel, because why the heck not? I just want to get a couple, right? If I get at least a little bit of production set up, then that will make me feel better about things. So that goes in there, that goes in there, and then, to be honest, we don't even need high-speed belt for this. Yeah, gonna be the same. Cool. And yeah, we do not have enough resources to make all of this happen. Okay, I might need to pop back to the other vessel. That being said, before I do that, though, I will get everything set up here so that it all operates, and then I'll pop back, I'll grab some more resources, and then I will come back, and we will finish off this station. It is so eerie being back on the starter station, and yeah, there's, like, obviously no power here, so there's, like, nothing. There's, like, nothing that we can do. We've basically just run out of... There was such a large power deficit that we basically just ran out of everything needed to power everything. Yeah, like, we couldn't even power the resources to... we couldn't even power the operation to keep this area working. That's okay, though. That's fine. So, what I want to do is I want to disassemble this. I then want to jump into this command module over here. Yeah. I want to jump into this command module over here. So we are here. Yeah, we're in this one right here. So we want to take this out, and then we basically want to put a dock in here. Or yeah, I think we literally just want a dock in there. We literally just want a wrong way around. A dock in there. Is that even gonna fit though? It's not looking good. I mean, we could always just remove the... We could always just keep the dock coming through here. That's definitely possible. And we could always just build out this area as well. Yeah, you know what? Sure. Let's keep the... So this is going to be the dock that we're going to use, which means that we're going to need to take this out, this out, this out, this out, this out, all of this stuff, because basically, if you think about it, yeah, I know, remove, leave all of this infrastructure in place. Inventory, yep, access crates, it's going to be some junk that we just need to pick up and sort. Sure. So then, all that we really need to do is focus on building a good number of... there we go. Okay, we can only build, like, a few, but that's fine. And I think I'll just build tier 1. Yeah, build tier 1 splitters as well. Sounds good to me. And I've collected a whole bunch of resources, so I should be able to make all of this work pretty darned well. Okay, so it's not perfect, far from it, but it will. Ooh, it will work. It will work. And the good news about doing this is that all we need to do is supply the resources, supply the hydrogen power cells, and then it will work. It will just magically start working again. So let's do this. Let's configure to unload hydrogen power cells. That's good. And actually, oh yeah, we already had some on the ship. I guess just waiting to be used. I guess I assembled a few. Oh yeah, we still got loads. Yeah, sure. Oh, I tell you why. It's because we loaded a whole bunch of water up onto the ship, didn't we? We also probably loaded a couple of hydrogen fuel cells on. So this is quite convenient. Now, of course, we are entirely moving to, I guess you could probably call this like an imports-based economy, where we have 100% reliance on imports. Also, I don't love the fact that this is all like really, really slow, but we can get it all sped up in a little bit. But for now, that's the enrichment chamber that's going to be making some progress. So that's really, really good. I need to pop back to the other space station real quick. Now, the really, really, really nice thing is that all I need to do is I can just go into here. Then I go into autopilot. I can configure the autopilot. I can say add destination, navigate to Starter station, station dock, autopilot on, and it will just flip and go. Now, what we're going to do very, very soon is we're going to make... There it is. We are going to make another one of these scout ships, and we're going to be able to do that in the shipyard. So once we have got this entire process, you know, mostly working as intended, which... Oh... Don't know what the heck happened there. Once it's mostly working as intended, we will be able to automate the routes. Literally just through this interface here, which I think is really, really cool. Through the autopilot. I can also, like, repair my ship. I probably should do that. Yeah, we literally... Yeah, we press the 1 button. That's it. We just use up all of our repair kits. Can I repair more? There we go. Okay, like, I guess it takes, like, a little while to filter through. But, yeah, occasionally we're repairing the hull. Good. That's not super... Whoa, 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 whoa. No. Configure. Bad. Go back to the starter station. See, we don't have a weight condition in here. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's, you know what? It's fine. Teething issues. We don't even need to worry about this stuff. Also, what the heck does this mean? Q flux? G flux? M flux? What the heck? Gravimetrics? That's a fake word. That's a fake word. That is a very fake word. Okay, yeah. Get this all linked up. We should have, I mean, a huge amount of resources that are ready to rock and roll. They're all going to get loaded onto my ship, aren't they? Also, we need to make sure that this is buffering. We cannot have a situation where we aren't buffering. Yeah, for sure. Okay, so where did I get to? I had a little bit of a setup going. Gotta be honest, it ain't much. There we go. Enrichment chamber's been unlocked. Fantastic. Go, get you over there. Get you over here. Nice. I don't even know. Is this going to be enough capacity? Are you configured correctly? You might not be. Yeah, I was going to say, that's fine. That's why we're checking. That is why we're checking. So that's working. That's now working. That's working. That's working. That's working. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. We've not done anything on the top floor yet. But that is good. So, you are producing, and you have got a full backlog. Of course you do. Of course you do. So yeah, the real question is, oh, what do I need? I need lightweight frames? Okay, well, I quite simply cannot be bothered making lightweight frames over here. But what I could do is, if I take this out here, and then speed that up there, that would at least allow us to get... Yeah, that would at least allow us to get a little bit more speed on this system. I think as long as we work through the backlog, we're not going to have a crazy amount of wasted productive capacity. And this is probably more than enough hydrogen to work things, right? Also, let's rename the station. Let's call this Hydro Station. There we go. And we can rename the dock as Hydro Dock 1. The reason that you'd want to do this is because you'd probably want to have, in the future, a setup where you have multiple different docks sort of all serving the same setup, the same station. So, want you to go to Potato Central, go to Station Dock, go. Nice. Very nice indeed. So already, you're starting to see the power of what we can do here. In that blue sun, it's looking good. What I don't know if you can do... I mean, I don't know if you can do... I don't know if you can show locked blueprints. Yeah, we don't have any locked blueprints, and it doesn't look like we can copy and paste just, like, entire stations. Maybe if we can, that's something that I haven't figured out how to do. Oh, there's my drones. My drones doing the titanium mining. There, that's good. We also need to be super acutely aware of the fact that there are enemies around. Now, I've cleared out the enemies, I think, on the short distance between these two stations. But, you know, if we go a little bit further out, you can kind of see there. I don't know why it There we go. In this mode here, you can see that there's enemies down there. There's enemies all around, but thankfully, I think we're within a safe distance, which is good. Right. So, next on the agenda, I need to clearly get some more structural frames. Structural frames are going to be required in the shipyard as well. There we go. Everything is going to get unloaded. Amazing. That's looking really, really good. This should probably be fast, but you know what? That's a problem for a future potato. So, how do I build a brand new ship? I can only build the Scout. I need to remove that. I need more hull plates. I need more magnetic coils. I need more lightweight frames. Let's go and collect all of these, and then let's build ourselves a brand new Scout. Whilst I've been collecting all of the various resources needed to make this ship, which I still haven't actually done yet. What I was really looking for were these magnetic coils, which I have actually built a few more assemblers through here to make. Anyway, the point of doing that, throughout that process, I did come to the conclusion I don't actually need a new ship. I could just use my existing Scout ship to do the transportation, to do the movement. That's maybe not a terrible idea. Like, it's super easy to get set up. I can just configure the orders. I can say, hey, add weight condition, wait for items, wait for this to be equal to 0. Yep. And then we're going to add a destination. This destination is going to be Hydro Station, Hydrodock 1. Add weight condition, wait for, I don't know, like 60 seconds maybe? 60 seconds seems decent, so we'll just use our existing ship. Now, that is a little bit spooky because now we're in a position where I can't get off this station even if I wanted to. But I mean, it's relatively trivial for us to make a new ship, which I still again can do. Magnetic coils, whatever. I want to make amendments. I want to change things. I want to do more. Very, very cool. Okay, I have actually done a lot of research since the last time that we actually checked. So, containment coil. I need 20 containment coils in order to build an enrichment chamber, and there's an enrichment zone that could very well be over here. Now, what does the containment coil get made from? 4 magnetic coils, 1 capacitor, 1 basic circuit. Right. There is a decent... There's a decent chance that we could build that here. Yeah, this is looking good, by the way. Lots and lots of these coils coming through. That's what we like to see. Now, if I do a real quick switcheroo to make these capacitors here, cut this out there, then throw... No, that should absolutely be disabled. I suppose it doesn't necessarily have to be, but whatever. Yeah, throw this into here, throw this into there, throw this into there. So I need to actually make capacitors. I don't know where the heck I'm going to make capacitors. This feels almost... yeah, wrong. Now, I guess I could take this down here. What I might want to do is I've got space for a few refineries. Yeah. There we go. Good. So yeah, got space for a few refineries. Let's go and do this. And then let's make a bespoke. I guess we can make it in here, actually. And make more. Actually, don't make more. Because if you make more, then that won't work. Yeah, that's what I was making beforehand. Cool. Also, where's my scout ship? We better not run out of power. If I run out of power and I'm stuck here, I'm gonna be in so much trouble. Yeah, I actually don't know what I would do. Right, so an assembler will plonk you right over there. We're gonna get you making capacitors. We're gonna get this as an output there. It's good. I mean, it's fine. Then this here. Let's do you. Oops. So you're not going to make capacitors. Instead, you're going to make containment coils. The capacitors are going to get past... Oh, that's nasty, isn't it? That is real nasty. They're going to get passed straight over. I'm not even going to buffer. We're just going to go straight on in. There we go. I need capacitors so rarely anyway. It doesn't actually really matter. And I also will get... It's going to need... This whole area is going to need to be upgraded now, but... Whatever, we'll make it work. It's going to go... like so. Yep. And then another one like so. It's good. Build that there. Build that there. And sure, get that all moving. This needs to be upgraded now. This entire area upgraded. Am I going to need some more high-end bits of kit? By high-end bits of kit, I mean, am I going to need more structural frames? Might be okay without them. It'd be nice if I had the ability to upgrade. I just don't think that is an ability that I have. Maybe it is and I'm just missing how to do it, but yeah, whatever. I mean, to be fair, we're not building such long stretches of belt that it's deeply problematic if I don't have the right resources. Great. Cool. Let's get you into there and you into there. I kind of have not focused on nickel production at all. And to be fair, we've got a whole titanium operation going, but we only have one single nickel farm, drone bay, whatever. Also, let me just double check. Let me double check that this is looking and working well. I'll add a few more of those in there. Yeah, this is good. This is a good number. That's a really, really good number. This will be full on 50. Yeah, that's good. That is good. That is nice. Let's increase. Let's increase this to 120. I think we want to wait until we have just a few more bits of... Yeah, you're 1.2 kilometers away. That's fine. We want to wait until we have just a little bit more power, and I think we can kind of sustain the difference for now. So that's exactly what we will do. That's great. You are going to be making nickel plates. Perfect. You're going to be making nickel plates as well. These nickel plates are going to come down into this facility here. This can be level 1 stuff. Underground belt Mark 1. That's how far we can go. That's fine. How's that? That's looking pretty good to me. That's looking pretty good to me. Goes there. That goes there. Very nice. So, is that perfectly... It's not perfectly ratioed. It's, we're going to need more nickel plate than we were going to get iron plate, but whatever. That's fine. Okay, so you're not going to make capacitors. You're going to make containment cells. The basic circuits we're going to have to drag from over there, but that's very, very easy for us to do. This is going to come... Going to get split yet again. And we'll just use like level 1 stuff. Do you know what? I might want to just, for now anyway, manually plonk these in here. Because I think the quantities are going to be so low that we're probably not even going to need to worry about this. Sure. So what's the ratio? It's 4 to 1 to 1. Yeah, I think that's good enough, you know? I think that's good enough. We definitely need more nickel, though. That is not good. To be fair, what I would like to do is I'd love to replicate what I've done with the iron hole. Here we go, edit station design. So we go into here. So we take this out here. Yeah. And then we get 1, 2. Cool. And then I might not have the resources for this, but we can certainly try. Drone bay, drone bay, drone bay. Ah, I knew it was too good to be true. That's fine. So we need some more lightweight frames and some magnetic coils. But if we do that, and in fact, you know what? I will just give me these things here. Also, why is this? Ah, I see. You're only a level 1. That's why it's so slow. Also, that needs to get disabled. That needs to get disabled. That's probably gunked something up further down the line. Yeah, maybe I should check that. No, looks fine, actually. Looks fine. Okay, well, that's great. But I will delete all of this, and we will get super speed. Super speed belt here instead, which makes me feel much better about things. And will mean that we can feed everything. That's a distraction. I got distracted. I'm sorry. What do I need? I need 90 hull plates, which I've got. I need these bad boys. Yep, which I honestly, really, genuinely should properly buffer. Let's do it. Let's buffer them. There we go. Yep. We should be buffering. We should have buffered a long time ago. Also, you ain't making servos, buddy. That's going to need to change. This is horrifically outdated and definitely needs to be overhauled. We need to take another one of those. 10 magnetic coils. I will take all of them. Okay, so that should be enough. That should be enough. I'm going into the wrong location yet again. I've created a little bit of a maze. I will say everything does look very, very similar. But that's completely okay. Right, we go apply changes. Oh. Inventory must be empty. That will be for the... That'll be for this. Yeah, so we're probably just going to wait until... Yeah, probably going to wait until the drone is empty, and then we should be able to just run back quick, before another drone comes back in. That's good. Edit ship design. Apply changes. Ah! Well, I'm just going to click it until it works. This, yeah, we do not necessarily want you here. That will reduce the cost, but that's fine. Apply changes. Come on, video game. Right, and there we go. Amazing. Okay, have I actually got... Where am I? Down this way. Have I actually got enough containment cells? What are they called? Containment coils, that's it. If I've got enough containment coils to build a enrichment chamber, which I think I need 24. Yeah, I need some servo motors, which I have, like, coming out the flippin' wazoo. They're all down here, and I have got loads and loads and loads. That might not look like loads, but, like, literally every single one of these has got 50 in. Yeah, we've got the servo motors. We've got the servo motors. This thing has been doing not very much for quite a long time. It's just been pumping out those the sweet servo motors. Yeah, because there wasn't even a buffer before, but now there is. Okay, so if we get one more of these, great. Then we can make ourselves an enrichment chamber, and that's going to give me the opportunity to make, presumably, way more. Wait, I don't even know. I mean, let's put it to the test, shall we? So, let's put it here. How does this work? Configure. Oh, deuterium. Wait, how do I... Oh, no. Hold on. I need to get ore enrichment first. Oh, bummer. I don't know where we make this. Crafted in an enrichment chamber? Okay, so that's fine. So let's go and do that, I guess. That will not take very long, I hope. I will take that out. However, for the meantime, we're going to just set this up to normally work with nickel. Let's just make sure that all of these are working accordingly. That's good. There we go. And yeah, let's just get all of this straight down. Excellent. Out of there, out of there. And get you up to there. Up to there. How's that looking? Ain't looking too bad to me. Apart from the fact that we don't have enough metal to make it all work. But that will just feed in perfectly to our existing system. So we should not have any... We should not have any issues. We should have no changes. It should all just be perfectly fine. Now, when we get enrichment, I think we want to either enrich here or we enrich over there. Fine, wherever it is, we'll make it happen. That's a-okay. And then I hope we should just be able to extend it to our existing network. I don't think we're going to buffer purely because don't really want to. We've already got buffers over here. And there's quite a lot of buffer space on the belt. So I think that will be okay. Right, this is all looking good. This entire area has been upgraded. This is all level 2 belt. Marvelous. That's what we'd like to see. And then looks like there's a slight bit of slowdown here. No, actually, it's completely fine. Good. Let's deposit you into there just to make sure that everything works. Good. Nice. Well, as long as we're getting the occasional little bit of, yep, nickel plate that is going to come down this way and is going to make our capacitors, very irregularly though it may be, that's going to allow us to make some containment coils, which is quite cool. Now, ore enrichment, how are we doing on that? Material science, we basically got there. Computation science, I don't think that there's any issues with my basic circuit production. There was a shortage of nickel, but that has now been rectified. And in fact, we've got over 100 points of... Oh, we've got over 100 points of basic circuits just chilling here already. Do I want another one of the... Another one of these? Yeah, I do. You know what? Let's get 2 more. Sure, what the heck. Let's do it. Just bang down a few more so that we can get all of this good stuff done much more quickly. That's what we like to see. I honestly cannot believe how quickly this is all coming together. Ore enrichment is literally about to be done, which is great. Do I need more titanium? Do I need more nickel? I need more nickel. That's pretty clear to me. So, yeah, let's just pop back here and... Yeah, I think we'll start with enriching this. I mean, I don't know where the ore enrichment is going to take place. Cobalt refining? Cobalt plates. Doesn't look like we can do much with cobalt plates. Solar panels. Let's go and do solar panels. Sure, ship container. I want to maybe upgrade my ship. That feels cool. Station armor? Large armor piece for protection on modules? Yeah, maybe. I don't think that there's really that many enemies. Servo plates. Do they count for more advanced plates? Do they count for more research? I don't think anything else counts for more research. Sure. We'll queue up servo plates. We will... Does that require cobalt? That requires cobalt for an advanced plate, but there's literally no point in getting an advanced plate. Coolant requires gas extraction. Gas extraction requires... Ah! What a shame. What a shame. A slipstream drive allows your ship to travel quickly through the solar system, requires warp fuel to run. We can get warp fuel. Requires advanced plates. Okay, so there's a couple of like contingencies here. The industrial dock. Yeah, it's getting industrial dock. I don't know what the difference is. I guess it maybe like moves things faster or something. I'm not exactly sure. Anyway, we finished our research. Let's do disassemble that, disassemble that, disassemble that, disassemble that. Brilliant. And we'll build an enrichment chamber right on about there. Looks pretty swell to me. And then let's see how this works. So we want to enrich nickel. Enrich nickel x2 2 times? Sure. So then we go here. So how long does this take? I don't know. I don't know how long this takes. Looks like it takes not that long. But I also have a funny feeling that we might not be able to manage... yeah, destroy that. We might not be able to manage all of the amount that we've got. So enriched nickel ore. Let me just have a little look at the recipes for the refineries. Have they got more recipes? Yeah, we totally do. So nickel plates. So 1 now gives us 3. So it used to be that 1 gave us 1. Now 1 gives us 3. But it does take 6 seconds. So there is a time saving, but it's not that large. And critically, right, we need to be all in, or we need to be... We need to be all in, or we need to be all out. And do I even have... I don't even think that I have enough. I don't even... This is going to take 18 megajoules per second. Is that... That's quite a lot. That is quite a lot. That is the most of any building that I have. Which is fair. We have plenty of production, though. We've got plenty of power production. Yeah, the issue is, though, is that we are 100% going to need more enrichment facilities. One singular enrichment facility is not going to be enough to change everything over. Does that bother me? I really want to move to enriched. I really want to move to enriched uranium. Nope, not uranium. Enriched nickel. Enriched nickel. So, here's what we could do. We could bin you. Yeah, inventory must be empty. Yeah. Come on. I suppose now it's going to be a bit of a bother to get that out of there. But what if we did... What if we did this instead? Like here. What if we just had... Like one... Yeah, okay. I'm gonna go and change this manually. But I think I'm gonna bin this. I'm gonna bin this. I'm gonna turn off the mining. Yeah, bring it all in. That's fine. Sort. Yep. Cool. Yoink. And yoink. And that is actually, like, really required, that stuff. Well, this is anyway. Sure, leave that over there. And then, can I take this out and this out? Plop you here for now. And take that out there. So, we disassemble this. And to be honest, maybe we disassemble those as well. No. If I do that, then I'm going to end up going crazy because I'm just going to end up moving resources around the entire place. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. So, let's just bin you. Let's get big old station right over here. Let's get one there. Yep. Let's get one there. Let's get one here. And let's get one final one over here. It's too good to be true. Too good to be true. We need some more lightweight frames. That's fine. Let's just roll with that. So this will give me way more space to play around with. Just an absolutely incredibly large amount of space. Yeah, huge. Is this going to be... I mean, is this even going to be a large enough space to handle all of these? What I basically thought was, oh, I can easily get 4 in here? I could maybe get more than 4 in here, though. I need to get... I think I need, like, 1... I think I need to get 1 per output. Right? So, 1 per miner. So, you... Yep. You... Go mine. Great. And then... This is going to come... We're going to get another one right over here. But I need to get some more containment. Some more containment things. You just pop into here for now. Yep, that's good. So that we can have a little bit of supply. It doesn't really matter. Also, we are absolutely rolling through this research. This is phenomenal. This is great. This is really good. Okay, so servo plates should be ready and waiting for me. They are indeed. We need some more chips. Basic circuits, that is. I've got loads of basic circuits. I'll take 36 out of there, and I'll throw them into here. Yeah. Nice. And that takes me basically right up to 50, which is perfect. Let's get rid of all of that. Let's get rid of all of that. And let's get rid of all of that as well. So now we've got a little bit more space in our inventory. So if we're 20 containment cells to make an enrichment chamber, it takes 1 circuit of each. So we should have just over the resources for 3 in here. Yeah, so I need 3 more. No, 4. Yeah. So we'll be able to make 4 as long as I get 3 more containment coils. Yeah, like that. Then there's another 2 waiting in there. So that's going to be 4. Cool. Let's go and enrich this nickel. This is a bit of a pain in the backside, but honestly, fine. Like that's a-okay. If we got to do this, then we got to do this, don't we? That's how the cookie crumbles. So let's make you happen here. Can I actually build another one? We totally could build another one there. It's gonna be a bit tight, but you know what? Yeah. Why not? Like, why not squeeze everything in that we possibly can? So this just needs to be right across there. And then we can squeeze this out to here. There we go. And we put that in there. Are you going to be able to get... Yep. So this is going to come along here like so. Okay, this actually might work a little bit better than I thought. And then the last one goes in here. And then that is obviously going to be... Oh, oops. Yep, that is obviously going to be for this one. Cool. Make sure that you're making that. Are you even mining? You're not even mining any resources. So that's good to get fixed. So, make sure you're configured to make the correct thing. Also, I didn't even look. So the deuterium fuel is literally just hydrogen fuel, and that allows us to get warp drives. That'd be kind of cool to look at. But I'm... Oh, can I? I don't even know where the... I don't know where the hole is. I don't know where the hole is. This is... Okay, if I build that... I need to destroy you. That's fine, because you're not even set up to mine. Annoying, but fine. Okay, yep, disappear. Great. Now we can check where the hole is. It's there. Great. So as long as we line up this perfectly, we can see through. Great. So now that is everything that we need. We're going to just take all of these resources up to here. We're going to buffer them. We're going to buffer them here. There we go. Nice. And up like so. Very good. And this should all be wonderful, wonderful, wonderful enriched ore, which I'm going to add to the mix. You're going to get added on there. Are we going to be able to keep everything supplied? I just don't know. I don't know if we've got too much production, too little production, but I mean, it feels good. Like it feels like we're doing something good with this. I like it. And you know what and that's for 3, 1, 2, 3. We squeeze them in tight though it may be. We could do exactly the same with 1, 2, 3 of those mine facilities over there. That's looking good. That's at 50. That's not good. That's not what we want to see. Yeah. I have a funny feeling that we might be slightly over... well, underutilizing some of this ore. But you know what? Hey, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's totally, totally fine. That's looking good. So then I want to ditch this. I want to ditch this, ditch this, ditch. And I need two more. I need two more enrichment facilities, which we should be able to get as long as I have got 40. I don't quite have 40, but we are close. We're close. Don't worry. What I can do is I can get this entire area reconfigurated. It's a technical term. It is now, anyway. Reconfigurated to... There we go. How's that? Does that work? Nope. I was going to say... Maybe if we do this, and then we do this, and then I just build the facility here, maybe it'll just go in. Hey, it's going in. Amazing. That's what we like to see. And then I'll just take this all the way around. Good. Yep, and we're going to do the exact same again up here. So I'm just going to take that around there, and then that's going to go in there like so. Yep, I think that is about as close to perfect as we can possibly get. Obviously, we've got a full belt of enriched nickel ore coming through here. But I really, really hope that this effort that I have gone to make this entire system work is going to be worth it. Now, I am still working through a little bit of a backlog of nickel ore here, but in places where we are not working through the backlog, let's get the new recipe selected. Perfect. Like over here. Great. And over there as well. That's looking real swell. And in fact, I've got one cheeky little bit of nickel ore that is remaining in my inventory. I'm going to get that put into there. That's going to continue. I can nab... Where are you? Next one. I can nab the last bunch of containment coils that I should need. Yep, that's over 20, so that's grand. What other research do I have to do? Not a whole heck of a lot. Let's get decorations. That'll take no time at all. Yeah, we can actually see the progress. Let's get some ship stuff. A plasma lance requires advanced plates. Okay, slipstream drive, solar panels. Let's do solar panels first. Large thruster requires advanced plate as well. Get the slipstream drive next, because that's the deuterium stuff. Advanced plate requires cobalt refining. I can't add any more than that to the queue. That's a shame. No matter. No matter. Right. That's looking good. That is looking good. And you know what? We're starting to see a little bit of a backlog of plate coming through here. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. And then you need to get the new plate recipe. Yep. And you need to get the new plate recipe as well. That is what we like to see. Okay, that mining laser is... Wow. That has gone really, really fast. That's real quick. Yeah, so yeah, as I say, it does take longer, but it looks good. It looks really, really, really good. And how much are we going to backlog here? Not a huge amount. So, I need to get this, and then I need this, the last one. And honestly, either of those spots will be fine. Enriched nickel ore, awesome. It's already working. That is perfect. I think I might be... Yeah, I am absolutely over the capacity for just one single belt. Is that a problem? Do I care? I guess not, but what I could do is just do that in there. So yeah, so at least there's like a sort of pressure release valve just in case we need to save up any more. That's fine. Okay, so solar panels, that's good. Nice to be working on that. It'd be good to get an industrial dock. I'd quite like to get that up and running. Anything else that is super pressing right now? Doorway wall, an armchair, a chair for sitting. Ooh. I don't think I can sit. That's a great disappointment to me. That is very, very saddening. Right, we've still got loads and loads of basic circuits coming through here. We've got plenty of magnetic coils as well. This is all operating exactly as it should be. You need to take that, because I certainly don't want to keep it. Yeah, this is looking great. What I will do is I will remove this, and I will get a nice fast bit of belt there, because there is plenty of extra capacity that we could benefit from. Also, oh, I need some capacitors. But yeah, I mean, capacitors are just here. I could very easily double my circuit production. And the way that I'm going to do it is with this simple life hack. No, in all seriousness, I'm going to grab that there. I'm going to grab this. Why is this not working? Oh, I don't have structural frames. Yeah, so you should be able to do a split action. Yeah, you should be able to do a split action here. Oh, you know, actually, yeah, no, this is totally doable. Because then it's going to be, like, really weird looking. Oh, yes. For the first time, we've got loads and loads of structural frames in the bank. You love to see it. Okay, I need you. Not the advanced ones, just the cheap ones, the cheap underground ones. Okay, that's in there, and then that's in there. Yeah, nice. And then this is going to get sped up. Absolutely no reason why that can't be upgraded. Flipping need some more chips. Need some more chips. I'm surrounded by flipping chips. So let's use them. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that will go a little bit faster. That will allow me to get everything that I need over to there. That's good. This is looking fine. We should have... Why have we not got silicon wafers? Aha, because the port was not enabled. That is a very good point. And then this can go here, and if this goes here... Oh, do you know what? That's so close to being perfect, isn't it? Yeah, this is actually remarkable. Not gonna lie, this is astoundingly good. So then this goes here. Yeah, that actually looks professional. Like, what? Question mark? This is great. This is really good. Don't quite understand why this is not working as it should, though. Has that... Yeah, I was going to say, has that port been disabled? It has. That's fine. Copy. Paste. Yeah, okay. Now that should all work. If we see... Yep, resources emerging there, then we know that that is all swell. I simply can't believe it. I simply cannot believe that this actually works. That is remarkable. I'm not happy with how this speed is. How this is moving. Good. We've finished unlocking solar panels. Do the unlocks even stop? I mean, this is just crazy. What the heck? Why have I not... Why is this not working? Have I got something in the system here? Why is this not working? This should... That was weird. Was that maybe... Was it the wrong way around? Oh, whatever the case. That should all work perfectly now. Good. Good. So, silicon, we've got plenty. Silicon, we've got plenty. So, I mean, look, everything is working, so we've got plenty. Of course we've got plenty. If they're all running, then that's as it should be. I have made this area totally inaccessible. That's kind of hilarious, to be honest. That's funny. I guess I will take just with level 1 belt, because why the heck not? I guess I'll take all of the the chips and just stick them in here. Yep. Just use level 2 stuff. Just can't be bothered using level 1 stuff. And yeah, I guess we'll just sort of plumb all of that in there. That's really weird, but we've like locked ourselves out of there, and I can't jump. At least if we can jump, I've not figured out how to jump in this game yet, but anyway, that's funny. Okay, so slipstream drive, that's gonna be nice. Any other bits and bobs that I want to get done right now? Cobalt refining, we're gonna get cobalt refining done. That's gonna allow me to get advanced plate. Advanced plate enables the large thruster. Let's go and check on our... Oh, actually, tell you what, let's, whilst I'm over here anyway, there's pretty much no other need. There's no other thing that we do with chips other than just do research. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. Yep. Good. Good. Is that all connected? I think it should be. Just going to double check. Nice. And we need 5 more of these. Cool. Again, I don't think I'm going to be able to access this area. I'm not, but I'm just going to choose to believe that it works. Yeah, I mean, it looks good. It looks fine, looks functional. I can sneak down the back. I'll add a few boards into there just for good measure. Yeah, this works great. This is working flipping fantastically. Right, so what do you need? You need 200 and 200. How are we doing? Like, what's the progress? Material is definitely what we're getting through quicker. 100%. But I might be running out of servos. I might have a servo production issue. I might not, but I also might be. How are we doing for lightweight frames here? This feels like it's ripe for an upgrade. Ah! Chips. I fed them all into the great research machine beast. Right, maybe 50. Yeah, fine. Okay, so we want to get a few key processes upgraded here. Yep, so that will go nice and fast now. This will feed in nice and fast. So that's better. And then that means that we're going to have 2 full belts always going in that direction, which is quite nice. And that means that we're going to get consistent lightweight frame production. Are we going to be able to make servo motors at that pace? I don't know. We've got 49 just chilling here. We've got 9 in there, 0 in there, 21 in there. Okay, so there's a bit of a variety. A bit of a variety there in terms of how many we've got in each research facility. But I mean, I don't think that's a bad thing. We've also got we got loads in this container over here, which I am chuffed about. Capacitors, that's fine. Sure, we'll throw in a few more of these containment coils. Probably pays to have at least one. Pays to have at least one. What are they called? Enrichment chamber, doing deuterium stuff. Yeah, I think I might do that, actually. Let's go and yoink all of those. Or, well, maybe not all of them. Leave a couple more in. Leave 9 in. That's fine. Yoink a few of these just to be safe. And then let's collect 20, and then let's set up deuterium, because I'd like to see this slipstream drive in action. Also, we still need to build another ship, and we still need to modify that ship. Are there any other... remove from queue. Remove from queue. Are there any other tweaks that I want to make to the ship? Ship container? More storage for my ship? Ship frames? Frame slope, frame, ship windows? I'm not that bothered. Small relic thruster. I'd love to do that. That presumably, yep, needs relic shards. So that's a curiosity. I want to see this large... I really do want to see the large thruster in action. So, you know what? Let's just get this... Let's get this plumbed back in. But I think the slipstream drive is... It's definitely achievable for us right now. So, we grab that. The slipstream drive will probably use the deuterium that I'm about to make here. What was the recipe? I think it was literally just this hydrogen fuel here, wasn't it? And I think we squeeze you in here. You'll do. You'll do in here. That's fine. And then we'll just get a really slow... Actually, a more processed fuel source. Does this work in the... Does this work in the reactor? It might. So that's 288 megajoules. What do you give me? You give me 1,100. And it's made from... It's made from 1. It's just made literally way quicker. Let's give this a shot, actually, because this could be... This could be great. I mean, it looks like it fits, doesn't it? That's amazing. Okay, so that's really, really, really good. Is there any reason why we should not be converting everything that we have into deuterium? No, is the answer to that. I think we should be using deuterium fuel probably, but we got loads and loads of hydrogen, so I don't care. Right, Scout, let's do it. Construct the ship. That was unbelievably quick. Ship designer. We can build. Oh, congratulations! You completed the demo. The next technology is restricted to the full version, but you continue to explore and build. Okay, what did I... Hold on, what did I build? What did I finish researching? I don't know what I finished researching that... Oh, it was the... Oh, it was the slipstream drive, yeah. Okay, well, that's fine. Let's go and make some tweaks here, shall we? Let's go and do this. I think this is snapping. Small thrusters, slipstream drive. Yeah, let's go and do a slipstream drive. Let's remove the thrusters on either side. I need a small habitat to widen things out. A reactor over there is perfect. A slipstream drive over here is kind of perfect. Workstation, docking collar. Let's put the docking collar... Let's put the docking collar on a slightly wider... the workstation is here, right? It doesn't really matter where it goes. We need containment coils in order to make this work. Ugh. Let's get some mining lasers. Sure. Plasma cannon. Plasma cannon. And a plasma cannon. Hell yeah. And you know what I want to do? I actually want to remove this, remove this. Let's get a slipstream drive in the middle. Let's get a small reactor there. Let's get a small reactor there. That is honestly far too much power. We do not need that much power at all. Workstation. Workstation goes there. Tractor beam. We've already got a tractor beam module, I think, on the underside. Do you know what? I don't even care. Window. Let's get a window. That looks so goofy. That looks so goofy, but I'm kind of here for it, to be honest. Can I go underneath? Yeah, so tractor beam. Can I even... I might not be able to... Might not be able to do that. We might not be able to build the tractor beam underneath. We might have to build the tractor beam on top. Sure, get rid of that, and then tractor beam on top. Yeah, it's not too bad. That feels amazing. That feels absolutely fantastic. So we need magnetic coils, reinforced glass. Oh, bin off the reinforced glass. We don't need that. So we need magnetic coils, and we need containment coils as well. That's super easy. Or we're not going to run out of power here, are we? Oh, I hope not. My ship better be back soon. It is back. That's good. That's good. Just in the nick of time. Let's put all of these in here. Nice. Okay. Whew. Bullet dodged. Right, let's go and nab all the resources that we need in order to make this super ship. Right, I think I've got them all. We've not had any power cuts yet, which is a good thing. Thankfully, we are totally fine, relatively speaking. This deuterium fuel stuff, yeah, it's good. I'm going to take all of it out, even though I just, yep, put it all in there. Because I want to use it on my ship. On my ship. So, ship designer, cool. Apply these changes. How is this going to work? It's just built. It's literally just here. Amazing. Okay, so this is a little bit... It's a little bit of a maze. The reactor is going to need a couple of those. Auto insert, sure, we'll leave it on. Not like it really matters. Slipstream drive, you need to... Oh, auto insert warp fuel or auto insert deuterium fuel? Auto insert deuterium fuel. Good, let's bang that in there. I like that. Warp fuel is definitely better. And then I don't think this is going to matter, but sure, we'll get, like, yeah, 10 in there. Cool. Right. We've got that there, that there. We got our tiny little cockpit in the middle here. And, oh boy, yes, I have got a mining laser. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Okay, I need to go and find some enemies. I need to go and take some enemies on to show off how powerful I am. Can we go here? There's not that many enemies. They're quite chill. We're currently in the sector, but there is a solar system. Asteroid field. Can I go to that asteroid field? Is that possible? I suspect not. I don't really see any enemies. What about go and mine? Oh, can I go? We don't have any thrusters. Oh my goodness, we don't have any thrusters. I need to dock with the shipyard. I made a boo-boo. That was that's on me. That's on me. We weren't going anywhere. I suppose we could warp around. Yeah, that's a bad one. That's a bad one as things go. But it is very, very funny. Right. Flip. Good. And we can just apply that. Cool. And that's super easy. Now it'll work. Great. Fine. Okay, I need to go and find some enemies. There we go. Works like an absolute treat. So, enemies. The problem is trying to, like, orient myself in a way that I can encounter multiple enemies. Water ice asteroid. Sure. This one? Here? I think. Water ice asteroid. I think that's the one. Okay, let's go. So let's see how fast we can go. We can go up to 30 meters per second. That's very slow. But if we go into warp... I say warp. That's not very fast. It's not very fast at all. I think that's very, very lame. Can we do anything with this slipstream drive? I don't think that we're going to be able to... I don't think we're going to be able to do anything with the slipstream drive. Slipstream travel? Activate slipstream drive. Press J while piloting? Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Yeah, it turns out we can. We can do this. I don't actually know what happened there, to be honest. Where am I? Where am I? I am confused. Okay, add that to my radar. I want to tackle an enemy. Asteroid field. That's the asteroid field over there. We might be able to go. So these are... Wow, we have traveled some freaking distance, man. Holy cow. Okay, let's go over here. Let's go over here. I've got all of my weapons. I've clearly got 2 tractor beams. I didn't mean to make 2 tractor beams. That's fine. Let's go and up to fast mode here. Oh, we travel so slowly. But that's okay, because we're going to be zipping to another asteroid. Or at least we're going to be trying to zip to another asteroid. This is going to be very anticlimactic when I get there. We're going to close the distance. And, yeah, let me guess. We're going to absolutely annihilate this sucker because I have got, like, 3 plasma cannons and a mining laser. Well, that's okay. That's what we like. That's what I prepared for. Come on. There we go. Boom, 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 boom. Yes! Amazing. That was about as anticlimactic as I expected, honestly. That's fine. Okay, tractor beam this sucker in. Tractor beam this sucker in. And then... Oh, no, no. No, no. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that. I did not mean to do that. I meant to aim at something. I meant to aim at something first. There's a relic crescent over there. Don't think that'll reach. That's fine. I'm now 13 kilometers away. So I'm here. Could I go to, like... Fractured asteroid field? If I go in this direction... we can just start traveling. I don't know... Okay, that definitely feels, like, much better. I don't know how much juice this... Oh, it goes quite quickly. It goes quite quickly indeed. Oh my lordy, that is quick. In fact, it's so quick that I can't even right, drop out. We drop out. So is there much chance of me getting somewhere else? Rich asteroid field, fractured asteroid field. It's basically just a variety of different asteroid fields, like, around the place. Relic shipyard? Oh, that's got high danger. Relic shipyard. Asteroid fields. Relic shipyard. That's 700 miles in that direction. On the other side of the planet, I would hasten to add. Which... yeah, we just passed in and out of stuff there. If I go into this planet, am I going to get cooked? I think I might get cooked. I also definitely do not have the deuterium needed to get anywhere. Ah, screw it. Let's give it a shot. Let's give it a shot. See if we can try and go through the planet. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. Oh, we went through the planet. Oh, amazing. Amazing, 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 amazing. Solar system, stars. There's multiple different stars, and we've barely, like, explored one little area here. Oh. Oh. Alert, 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 alert. I think I might be in the planet right now. I might be illegally in the planet. This is quite funny. This is quite funny. Yeah, definitely it would be... I think it would be possible for me to get to the relic shipyard. I think it's just going to have more... I think it's just going to have more of these crescents in, though, to be honest. It's pretty flippin' cool. What was that? Was there something else I saw up there? No. This is us. We're just floating around space, I think, in the center of a planet right now. Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Brilliant. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap things up right about there. This, I mean, there's a reason that this is one of my most anticipated upcoming factory builders. In fact, it is my most anticipated upcoming factory builder. It's really flippin' good. It's really, really, really good. And, you know, once the slipstream drive is on and you're able to zip around the galaxy and you're able to automate different vehicles coming back from different parts of the system in order to refuel your little space station. I mean, honestly, what a tremendous amount of fun you can have. I love it. I absolutely love it. Definitely give it a wish list if you've not already. But for now, and from me, I've been Orbital Potato. Make sure that you subscribe. Stay up to date with all of the various automation games that I play here on the channel. If you like this one, I do a whole bunch of other stuff. Anyway, thank you ever so much for watching, folks. I've been Orbital Potato. I'll catch you next time. Bye.